Paying for the fucking service.
Oh shit. Okay, we should be live. I'm popping out chat. And
Are you doing Restream or are you doing just pure Twitch?
I should be on Restream. I think. Can you confirm? Although I just realized I updated the dashboard on Twitch, so I don't know what that does for YouTube. Do I have to change it somewhere else, like the stream title and everything?
Well, no, you can update it on Twitch, but it's only going to apply to Twitch.
Yeah. So how do you update it so that it changes on both?
You have to do Restream. Update it on Restream. Let me see.
Is that maybe something you could do
going
for?
out to YouTube yet?
I mean, I haven't changed anything, so it should still be on Restream.
Oh, yeah, it is, but it's using the title from like 3 weeks ago.
It's using yeah. I just updated the title in Twitch, so I'm not sure if I need to.
I got it.
You got it? Okay. What is up, Sonji, Zlade, and Revikes?
Number 822.
Self-child.
What's up, Winged?
Mm.
All right. I should sound a little better here.
Oh, well, let me. Fucking what we got.
Are you a dog? Are you a dog? You'd tell me, wouldn't you? You'd tell me if you were a dog, wouldn't you?
You have a dog?
I'm dog watching, yeah. Dog sitting.
Show us your dog!
Dog napping.
Dog napping? That's a very... That's... Wrong terminology.
Oh, yeah. Probably gotta...
What's up, Bog Noise?
Olive.
Oh! Oh my goodness!
I just got Popeye.
Oh my
Olive.
god.
Are you a dog? Are you a dog? God damn it. Answer me.
One day he'll answer you.
There she goes. She knows it's not time to eat, but she's trying to trick me.
Such is the way. All right. Tweets went out on time. And
I will retweet.
don't mind that.
Testing.
So you said you want me to start on Professor Layton?
Yes.
Let me find this bitch.
I might need to refresh if you've not
yeah.
opened the page.
That's a good point.
Ooh, big crypto pump today, 4 hours ago. Did I miss it?
There we go.
Twitter's such a usable platform.
Damn it. What am I doing here?
You're not sharing your screen?
Oh, that's right. Shit. All right, hold on. There we go. There we go. And then, this might take a second, so give me... Still getting used to this, everybody. Everybody calm down. Everybody just calm the fuck down. Okay.
As usual, Nick, we're the cucumbers.
All right.
You're the non-cucumber.
Can y'all not see this footage screen? What's going on there?
I see it.
No, but like, it's not in the... Oh, that's why. Haha! Okay. There. Now everybody should see everything.
That is entertaining. That is wonderful.
Who's gonna buy a hyperlight breaker?
Isn't it going into... It's early access, right? It's an early access release, not a...
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
What's your fucking point, Nick?
It's a good point. I don't have one. Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog?
Yo, is everybody ready to watch some trailers? Then talk about video games.
PT.
All right, let's see if
You
I
know
can...
what? No, I'm not ready.
You're not ready. We're gonna talk about the Switch 2 news tonight. Okay, let's see if I can. Hold on.
Wait. What's the Switch 2 news?
It exists. Why does that keep doing this? Fuck.
What?
I can't. I'm trying to figure out how I've done this in the past, where I can see y'all and I can see, but okay.
I mean, you maximize it for one monitor, and then the
Yeah.
other you have everyone else.
I wish it's times like this that I wish I had like 4 monitors. All right.
How many do you have?
2.
Like
Well,
some
maybe
kinda
start with 3. Why the
psycho
jump from 2 to 4?
finance, bro?
Sometimes part of me feels like 3 wouldn't even be enough for me to be like actually comfortable with what's going on.
3's
here.
an odd number, so it's uncomfy. So we gotta skip straight to 4.
I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, I'm gonna hit play on this unless y'all have any objections.
Go.
Do it! I fucking dare you.
Can everybody hear?
Yeah.
Everybody hear the stream.
Chat here. Us.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I feel like my audio sounds kind of like blown out when I watch the stream.
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm just like cranked up in a weird way, but it's not. It doesn't seem wrong on my end.
This trailer's in Japanese.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
what the
Nick
English
hates
was.
subtitles.
Really, we're here to do the talking.
Ooh,
I added some trailers from. All of these trailers are from games that we drafted last week.
Wait,
I know
nobody
not
drafted
everybody was-
Professor Layton
That's not true.
in our league.
Or maybe I'm wrong on this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nobody
I don't
drafted
remember
it
this
in our
being
league.
drafted.
I think I clicked the wrong.
You done fucked up
When I first
already.
added the trailers. Well,
Yeah,
but
we-
is
none of us
someone
drafted.
going to? Maybe I just subconsciously added this one. I feel like there's a lot of like mistrust for Level 5 these days. Their
I think it's just 'cause
inability to, like ship games on time, but like Layton used to be good.
When was the last
I
Layton
don't know.
game?
The last real Layton game.
The last real Layton game.
Because it's complicated. There was like a spin-off for mobile that later got ported, and that one wasn't like super
2017.
well received.
Damn,
So,
it's been 2017. Damn.
And which one was Davis?
Layton's Mystery Journey.
That doesn't even sound like a real Professor Layton game.
Well, that was because it was for Android, iOS.
Didn't it?
Yeah, so that's the one that got ported.
No, I don't think so. You know,
Prince is asking
used
if
to be
it's
a
too
really
late
cool
for you to
series,
add a
but this-
trailer, by the way.
Too late to add a trailer? I don't
It's-
know. What's
he's
your
at-
fucking
you
trailer?
You can add it.
Yeah. What's the trailer, Prince?
The theme was supposed to be shit we drafted, but this first one we didn't draft.
Yeah, you goofed.
So we could skip it, I guess, if you want. But like, I
You
mean,
might
this
have
is
drafted
looking
it.
pretty good.
It is.
I wonder if
yeah.
we're actually gonna like get this year. Remember the 2-year delay on your game, Nick? Like a
I
week
do.
before launch, they were like, actually, it's not coming out next year. It's coming out the year
Deca-Police?
after.
It was pushed
Yeah,
back
that was
so far that I
crazy.
couldn't even draft it in this draft. New World
The
of
Professor Layton
Steam.
series did used to be loved, right? I mean,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I thought so.
the Mystery Journey, that's the spinoff where you're the lady, right? Catriel. That doesn't count.
All right, here we go. This one. Oh, I'm gonna have to hit play.
Curious Village,
wait,
Diabolical
what the fuck? Why did you
Box,
skip
Unknown
that?
Future. Those are the goats, right?
Okay, what is going on here? What
What did you skip? You're skipping games. You're
No,
skipping
I know. I hit play and then it skipped to the next one. What the fuck? Okay.
Where are we at? Up.
Oh my
There
god.
we go.
What is going on?
Yeah, Claire Obscure.
I can't play it.
Are you
won't
hitting
let
the
me-
keys? Or?
No.
Maybe the video was.
It will not let me play it.
Do a full big hard refresh. Control F5.
Yeah.
I know.
Sign in to confirm.
Oh,
your
you gotta
age.
be shitting me!
Oh,
You're logged
shit.
out of
I don't know how many
YouTube.
of these,
I don't-
these trailers can we fucking watch. All right, can you?
No,
Hold
you just
on.
got
Hold
logged
on.
into YouTube is all.
Hold the fucking phone.
Don't log in. On
Everybody
Discord.
chill
Clear
for a
Discord.
second.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah. Let's not. Don't
I know.
stream log in, but log in.
I'm not. God, you motherfuckers. Do you think I'm stupid? Don't answer that.
Oh, Nick.
We've done this to ourselves
baby.
though.
This little baby over here can't watch YouTube trailers.
I don't use Firefox. This is the only thing I use Firefox for.
Yeah.
So level 5 has 6 games in developments right now that have been announced. That feels like too much.
Actually, the last Professor Layton game. Oh God, Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. That doesn't even really count either. Oh my God.
That was 2012.
Do you know
I mean, they were
what it
3DS
means
games.
to disappear into nothingness?
2013, I
Alright,
believe.
hold on. Okay.
Leighton and the Phantom Thieves was
let's-
2012. So was Phoenix Wright versus Leighton.
Oh yeah. hold
Leighton
on.
and the Azran Legacy in 2013.
I don't even recall that one.
All right, I should be good now. I think.
I think that
Okay, yeah, you're good.
the original Professor Layton puzzle designer passed away or something.
Oh.
That's
Really?
sad. All right, are we good? Y'all see it now?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Let me just get
We're
Shadowfire.
grown-ups now.
Yeah, we're fucking adults.
Their dreams.
So, what do you
Is this
think
a
about
new
this
trailer?
one? You drafted this
They're
one.
not free
You drafted this one pretty. There's none of these are brand new.
Yeah.
we exist.
You drafted. We're here to chat about our picks a little bit. So,
We moved
Chris
pretty
Davis,
quick through
you
that. We
grabbed
didn't
this
talk
one?
a lot about them.
Yeah, this was mine.
But this is a kindness.
It looks
This-
gorgeous.
Not
It looks
looks-
haunting.
It gives
The
me style.
stylization going on.
It gives me style over substance vibes. I hate to say it,
That's
but I hope I'm wrong.
How
But I
dare
hope I'm wrong, or maybe I hope I'm right because you drafted this shit.
not.
I mean, I think the hype is driven by the fact that people really want this to be good, but no one.
I mean,
does.
we always want new
New
IP to be
studio.
good, right? We always want new IP to be good.
Is this? We're already calling this an IP. I mean,
New IP is anything that
it's
is
just a
not
little indie game.
anything that is not a sequel is considered as new IP. Doesn't necessarily mean
Well,
it's
I
going
know,
to
but
be.
it's industry speak. It's such a silly. I don't know. Look, man. Let's hope that this game.
When I say new IP, you know what I'm talking about. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's a new game. We want it to be good.
This is an indie game, and yes, it does look stylish, but
You know what? You know what?
people are excited.
You know what
It
it's
reminds
giving
them
me?
of Lost Odyssey.
No. What's the? You've played these games like the PS2. Oh my God.
Bars
Shadow Hearts.
in the shadow.
Shadow Hearts? Is it Shadow Hearts?
Yeah.
Shadow Hearts
Yes.
Covenant.
Yes.
Shadow
That's a
Hearts.
good reference.
Shadow Hearts. That is exactly what.
But
It's
I mean, that's just like a tone thing, right?
I mean,
But
it's
like
also.
the thing is
I
that
think
developer knew
production
how to
value.
make RPGs, and this one, I don't know. Like it's just this new French studio. It could be Remember Me. But I guess some people like
Or
that.
it could be a Plague's Tale or a Plague Tale.
We have had a number of games that have come out in the past year from freshman developers that have just kind of blown us away.
Okay,
And,
yeah,
like,
but
this
is
could
it a
be like
round
that.
2 pick? Is my question.
Chris Davis likes to play with fire. Okay, just let the man play
I
with
do.
fire. It keeps
I
things
hope he does.
interesting.
All
All
right,
right,
this ship. This is also on your list, right?
another.
Yep. Lost Records Blue
This
Range.
definitely looks fancier than Life is Strange has lately.
I mean, yeah, it certainly
Forever.
looks. It looks
But it
like
is
it's
one of those, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
glad,
yeah.
but slightly surprised that you
It's
showed
sad.
up tonight.
Turn off your subtitles.
When I saw your
It's
Oh.
sad that
all these memories came flooding back.
it's also about like a murdered teenager again. Like, why can't it just not be about
I remember
A murdered
a
teenager?
murdered teenager? You know why? I know you made Life is Strange, but let's do something different.
The dark one's her favorite.
They did tell me why.
remembered you.
Nice one, Autumn.
Yeah, they did like a
You were the
million
coolest.
of these fucking.
They didn't do a million of these.
Types of games.
Never land on your
They did.
wrist.
I want to see you skateboard.
Dude, tell me why it was really good. I wish more people would have played Tell Me Why.
She was like a firecracker.
I will definitely be playing
What,
this.
what about? Did you ever
This is
play
serious. We're gonna need a real band name.
Twin Mirror?
How about Bloom and Ray?
Did you ever play?
No.
Did you ever play Twin Mirror?
I did not
Could I
play Twin
forget?
Mirror. Wait a second. What is mixed? Is this not mixtape? Am I getting confused? Are there two games that look very similar?
Mixtape doesn't actually look like
My mom
this,
found a package
but
on
it
my
is
doorstep.
about.
Wait,
like,
is
teenagers,
mixtape
I
like
suppose.
the Stranger Things or the?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that.
I mean, it's it's very stylish, and it's like a music video because they're playing actual music from the time, and then they're on. It's a very stylish. I don't even know what mixtape is, but it's from the
Is there a trailer on
people
Trailer
that
Talk
made
for it?
Artful Escape. No one drafted mixtape though. Mixtape looks.
Brad swooped in. I thought I had this. I thought I had this in the bag, and Brad swooped in. I thought Brad would be like would be like thinking nobody else was gonna go for this, so he'd like let it. He'd sit on it.
Well,
for a
I
little bit
mean,
before
where
going for it.
where were you gonna draft this?
Right before it got to me when it was your when you
You
were
say that, but you were gonna hem and haw, and who knows? Everyone always says I was gonna get that next, but
it was my next pick, bitch.
they weren't in order.
They were though. I had plans. I made plans.
Yeah, I picked this 3 because this is like some other stuff on my list. Like this is early year easy dub.
That was the main.
First game
That was the
scored
main
well. I don't
attraction.
see why this game doesn't score as well, if not better.
That was the
It's
main
like,
attraction for me was that it already had a release date.
I already had a release date. You have like a crew this time, and I don't know. It's just I love Citizen Sleeper. It's very intense, honestly, and highly recommended. I think this game is going to be, and like very addictive. It's a game where you read a lot, but it's like a page turner. You know what I mean? Like you could just burn through like hours of this game in a good night.
Yeah.
Highly recommended. It's on everything. Play that first one.
Welcome,
I don't know how
esteemed
connected they are,
guests,
but-
to 2 Point Museum's Coastal Deep
I haven't looked into it
The
too
Marine Life
deeply.
Museum in 2 Point County.
I'm not gonna lie. I have
Brad,
no idea what 2 Point Museum is.
Well, good. Good for me.
Exhibits. Or at least it will
You ever heard of
Another easy
Theme
experts
Hospital
sent them
or
on
Theme?
No,
perilous
he has
expeditions
not.
to unearth
Another
rare, but
early
sometimes
year
sorely
dub.
sunken treasures. Discovering and
So
maintaining
this is
the
the
habitat
Yeah, these
third
are
life is also a
spiritual
of the,
successors to the
Marine Life
Theme
Museum.
Hospital
And fish have a
series or
surprising number
whatever,
of requirements to
made
meet
by I
if
think the
they're
same
to stay
people, like
happy
kind of
and,
Kickstarter successes.
It is. Yeah.
Guests will be wowed by the remnants of
they did
Atlantis, and the more impressed they are, the
2
more
Point
they will
Hospital,
donate.
which was very well
The more
received.
donations
They did
means
2
more
Point
funds
Campus,
to
which
keep
is very well
your facility
received, and
clean,
then
everything
now they're
nicely
doing this one,
decorated,
2
and
Point
vending machines
Museum.
well stocked.
This will probably be.
Once you uncover
They're like
the
kind
Marine
of
Life Museum,
they're like
now
little
Atlantean
not city
experts in
builders,
all
like
your other
management
museum
games where you're like building and managing,
From there,
almost like a
you
theme
can grow
park
your
simulator
aquatic
kind
collection
of, but
throughout your 2
they're
Point
kind of like
Museum
silly.
empire.
They're like over the top.
Thank you
They're like
for attending this
absurd
coastal
stuff
deep
is
dive.
happening. So in this one, you probably have absurd exhibits and animals and stuff, and it's just chill. And the point being that has a very narrow range to do just exactly what it needs to do, which is probably about like an 83 or an 84.
Okay, so I played about 10 hours of the first Ender Magnolia, and I just wasn't feeling it. But apparently
That's
it's
great.
really successful. Like, I don't know. I did not... I was really surprised when I looked it up and saw what like the OpenCritic score on it was. I
Yeah,
wouldn't guess.
I mean, as someone who 100%ed that game, I think it was great and deserving.
I know. I just wish... I don't know. I wish it had resonated with me more, because it did not... I didn't feel like it scratched the itch that I was looking for.
Yeah, you gotta... It definitely scratches maybe a certain type of itch. It's not really a Metroidvania so much as like a side-scrolling Souls-like.
Wait a second, is this a Japanese game? Yeah. No, why do I keep doing that to myself?
No, but the first one's very good, especially like it kind of has like a Resident Evil style like map system.
See,
where,
that
like,
should
when you clear a room, it changes colors. Very satisfying 100%ing that game, because I think if you just sort of like crit pathed it was pretty like it was a little too straightforward. But it's really going for all like the really well hidden like and challenging secrets that made me sort of like really respect Ender Lilies. I enjoyed that game a lot. And you know, this one,
balls.
Everything I've seen like in the about like the alpha, or I mean the early access, is that it's just doing everything better than Ender Lilies. So I just, you know, seemed like an easy points.
Yep.
This
All
one,
right.
not easy points.
Only because you don't know if it's coming out this year, right? That's the. It was slated. It was slated for last year for quite a while until it got pushed. It's the only reason I really took a chance on it.
Yeah.
But if it comes out, it's like a guaranteed banger, right? It's like
If it comes out, yeah, because you know the developer is Celeste is indie royalty, so they're not going to be hit with the indie tax. But is this game going to come out? I don't think so. I countered it. Well, you know, I had to counter something.
you had to
Counters
counter
were
something,
brutal this
bitch.
year. But this one, if you look at the delay text when they did delay it, it actually seemed kind of dire. And in fact, someone even left the project recently, I believe.
That doesn't necessarily mean anything about the delay, or
It was a very like disheartening. Like the tone of the delay was very like disheartening. I don't know if that like spells trouble development, but it definitely spells like
a lot can
it's
happen
gonna
in
take a
12
while
months.
for them to figure this one out.
A lot can happen in 12 months.
But you know, I hope it is good. Comes out, whatever. You know, there's expectations, right? Like Celeste is so beloved, just having to live up to that just seems kind of.
But what
iffy.
is the gimmick of this game?
It's a Metroidvania.
It's a Metroidvania
And that's it?
from a developer that makes bangers. I don't know. Can you pause this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Earthblade
Uh,
a Unity game?
Or loop it. I'm sorry, loop it.
Yeah. Hold on. I don't remember
Right click
how
the screen.
Right click the screen. Loop. There we go.
See if
Why
I
am I
can find
looping?
that.
I'm gonna Earthblade. I wonder if it was a Unity game.
I mean, I don't know.
Because I mean, if it is a Unity title, then maybe they spent the past year like porting it.
No, I don't think that was the. Man, I just wish I could find this statement. All right, here we go.
I think I found it.
Oh, I got it. Because there's more to
Oh,
it
that's
than
right.
some
This
of
is the
the
Celeste
new sites
Deaths,
posted.
I found the post about the person stepping down.
Oh, what does that say?
It looks like Heidi Mata is her name, and I'd like to share that I've stepped down from my position as operations manager. That also means I'll no longer do the social media and community work for Earthblade. But there's no like context or anything. But they retweeted it on their main Twitter account, so I mean, how much bad luck could there be there? I don't know.
Yeah. There's stuff out there. I'm not going to dig it now, but I do dig it up now. But I do hope that this. I hope it's good. I like a good Metroidvania, and obviously, I expect the platforming to be
On point.
quite good. Yeah. So.
All right, let's next trailer. Avowed.
Avowed.
Be our Imperial envoy. Better late than
Avowed.
never,
I don't know.
say.
This one comes out in February.
Yeah.
I think this one was like a pretty strong pickup, but
I'm about ready to get started.
I expect this to be low to mid 80.
Yeah, that feels right.
Post Baldur's Gate World is where, you know, this could struggle, right? For the perception of this, at least.
I just didn't really like Outer Worlds.
Erased it.
World?
Outer Wilds. I mean, Outer Wilds was well
Worlds.
reviewed. You know,
No, it's Worlds.
so-
Outer Worlds. Yeah.
Outer Worlds.
Obsidian.
Actually,
Obsidian.
Actually,
The
I
fact
hate
that
to
that's-
say it. Pause. Did you know Outer Worlds and Outer Wilds have the same Open Critic score
What the fuck?
of
Are
an
you serious?
85? Can
That
Can you
What are
believe
the-
that Outer Wilds is at in 85?
no, that's
One of
insane.
literally one of the best games ever made.
That is bananas.
I
Cuckoo
don't-
bananas.
If that doesn't make you believe in the indie tax, I don't. Also, FTL, 85. Two of the literal best like space games of all time, most respected, loved, best, literal best. I agree with. Same score as Outer Worlds. And no, and some people deny the indie tax. Are you kidding me? Continue. Go
Signalis
ahead.
is an 82. What a fucking
It doesn't make
travesty.
sense. It doesn't even make sense.
Certainly
I brought
does
up
not.
this. What? Continue.
Ooh. All right, here's the question:
All right.
Is this game actually coming out this year? I don't know.
Yes.
Well,
It
okay.
is coming
Well,
out this year.
well, considering we're expecting a Switch 2 announcement this week, it could very well.
I do have a question. You can't. This has been happening with Silksong, right? Where it's become a meme, and then the meme has just come to life, and people just start believing the meme, and now the idea that Silksong even comes out just seems like an impossibility. And at the beginning of every year with like Fantasy Critic, everyone's like, "Well, I don't know when it's coming out, but it's certainly not going to be this year." People say with confidence, and I'm like, I don't understand how you can believe that. How is that possible? Why is that always? That can't literally always be true unless you literally believe this game, like Silksong, will never come out.
People just expect the worst.
No, but like
They expect
they
the
mean
worst.
it. They actually mean it. And these are
Yeah.
people that believe that. But the thing is, they'll admit that they don't believe. They don't believe. They do believe the game will eventually come out, but they can never believe that it's the year that just started. And I don't understand why.
Yeah, that's like
They have to pick a day eventually. Loop this.
Well,
Por favor.
Loop it.
Because
This-
I feel like there's similar energy on this one. Like,
There is
it's been in development for a long time, therefore it can never come out.
And they went back to the drawing board on this game, didn't they?
Yeah, but that they had literally announced that yes, that is why it has taken this long. But they were very clear when that happened, and that was many years ago at this point. And so when they re-reveal it with a date, why are people saying no way, dog? No way.
Because people are cynical bitches. That's,
people don't think they deserve good things.
and maybe they
People
don't.
People don't expect good things.
No,
People
I know,
don't,
but like, there's some games where people don't do that with.
yeah, games
and
that
why
they're
is
not
it that-
as excited about.
Well, it's the games that are in development for a long time, right?
Dude, Metroid Prime and like Silksong, like those are huge, like hugely hyped games. You know, they're not like
Well,
like
this is what I was
Grand
saying
Theft Auto
last year.
6. Like they're not like these aren't like little, like, oh, that'll be fun to play next spring games. These are like, this is going on my top 10 of all time kind of game. I don't know.
No. But here's the thing about Metroid. The community leagues drafted this game like 3rd round, 4th round. I even saw a last round, second to last pick Metroid Prime in the community leagues, and I don't understand. To me, I almost chose this over Monster Hunter Wilds.
Are those a bunch of people who drafted it last year and got burned and now are like, haha, not touching the stove twice? Like,
no, but see, that's the part I don't get, right? Or at least with like Silksong, right? And Zero Skies, Rob, you brought it up last year, and you said this last year. Yeah, but now it's this year, which means the chance of it coming out has only gone up.
Right.
Just because it didn't come out last year doesn't mean it doesn't make sense to say, well, that makes it even less likely to come out this year.
Because
That's
nobody
crazy.
actually thinks the floor is going to fall out on Metroid Prime.
Except when it does, they'll be like, oh, cool, sweet, it's out. And not like, oh, I have egg on my face. I thought it was going to come out next year until next year when I said it was coming out the year after that. It's like, what?
Well, but now the argument's going to be, oh, it's not going to make launch.
Can I unloop this?
It's going to come out later.
I don't think that's the argument. You can unloop it.
No,
I
let's
know
watch
you
it
hate
again. It
Metroid.
looks beautiful. It's
Filthy
going to score
Japanese
a
game.
billion fucking points.
So the thing about Metroid is, oh, you're skipping. You want to stop talking about Metroid. The thing about Metroid is that no Metroid Prime game has ever scored below a 90, and that includes ports and compilations and remasters. Literally never scored below a 90.
Fucking first time for everything, buddy.
I mean,
the Metroid Prime remastered, which came out a couple of years ago now. Has it been 2 years now at this point, or was that last year?
Which
it
one?
scored
2
a
years ago?
94, which for a remaster is kind of unheard of. Now they redid there were new art assets, but it was not like this full blown remake. So for a remaster to get a 94 tells you where people are at with the respect for this series. So I think this is primed to score extremely well.
Here's the question I have, because the game we're looking at right now looks to me like it can run on a Switch, but this smells like it would be a Switch 2, like
It's
like
gonna
a
be, yeah.
We're not going to
Okay,
have
first of all,
Switch 2 exclusive
this can't
games
run
for
on a Switch,
years.
not well. This can't run on a Switch, not well.
But it will
this
run
is,
on
this
a
is
Switch.
going to be a cross-gen game, right? It's going to be a Switch 2.
We are going to have
game.
cross-gen Switch games to the end of the decade. Easy.
Yeah, I'm glad that this got pushed back so it could launch on the Switch 2 because
But Nick,
honestly,
there's
I don't want to play
evil
that on the Switch 1.
Samus.
All right, let's move on.
Nick hates Metroid.
I don't hate
He
Metroid.
hates Japanese games. We established this.
I don't hate Metroid. I hate Japanese games.
Yeah, fair. Blanket.
Means he's more excited about Marathon.
All right, so tell us what you were thinking here, Crispy.
Dude, I don't fucking know.
He's like, I wasn't thinking.
He's got that
I
Bungie
was. No, listen. The final shape was really good. Okay,
Yeah.
it was great. It and some of the some of the exotic quests that came out around that time were like not just peak Destiny, but maybe like peak Bungie design. Like some of the best work they've ever done. Right? There was still a little bit of juice left in the orange somewhere. Now, supposedly most of their manpower is going towards this game and not Destiny, right?
Yeah.
Because this is like what they're putting. This is the basket that they're putting all their eggs in.
I do love the look and stylization of this. I think it.
As they all do, but everyone is
but-
so like, this is gonna suck. It's never gonna come out. And when it does, it's gonna suck. Because the way people's attitude is about Silksong is similar to how people feel about games as a service games, and that's that it's impossible for one to be good and make us happy.
Wait,
That's how people
Silksong.
are right now. That's how.
not true. That's not true. Because like there's we'll have all these huge high profile fails. Like last year fucking Concord came out and everyone's like, see? Multiplayer service games don't fucking work. They face
You're about to
plant.
say
And then
Rivals, yeah.
Marvel Rivals comes out. And like
Yeah.
like you know
But
what I
like,
mean?
but like when
Like,
they
it's
announced
true.
Marvel Rivals, what was the attitude? Boo, boo, fuck you, boo.
I mean,
I mean,
I think the attitude from the Overwatch community was a little more like,
dude,
we're so upset with this game that, like, we'll give anything a try. And then they played it and really liked it. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, look, man, it's not. What was I supposed to do, right? Like, there wasn't a lot going on by the time we got to fifth round picks or whatever. Uh,
I think it was a fine choice.
the point is that, like, the bet that I made is that some of that juice is still going on. That like Marathon is still like a good Bungie game somewhere under all of that, and that the monetization model won't completely strangle it. Which, I mean, it totally could. It totally fucking could.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like, people aren't super happy with how they monetize Destiny. Like, you know what I mean? So
if Rivals was not a huge success, people would have been like, say fucking burn it all to the ground, like it would have been, which is how they are with every service game. And like people's attitudes towards Marathon are so shit. But if it comes out and it's really good and really successful, everyone's going to just move their torches on to the next project. Like it's so tired. I'm with you. I think Marathon. I have no reason to think Marathon won't be sick, right?
I also don't get
Bungie
like,
makes good things, right?
Multiple people in chat here are saying like it's an extraction shooter, as if that like alone, like I don't. Yeah, that was fun. I don't.
You know what they said about Marvel Rivals?
Like
they said,
why do people
Overwatch
say that? Yeah. Okay.
Extraction shooters are popular.
Yeah, okay, I don't... What do you want? Yeah, you were right. It was a bad pick. I don't know.
No!
Like,
I don't think
No,
that's
you're
what Brad's
misunderstanding
arguing.
what I'm saying. I'm saying the people sound like morons. I think this was a good pick. Because just like they're saying, this is an extraction shooter, meaning what exactly? It's a very popular thing. Just like when they said, this is just Overwatch. And I'm like, yeah, but Overwatch is really popular. So what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Well,
This is why we can't have nice things.
The thing is, it's yeah, I don't know. I mean, even if it's volatile, right? Because it's either gonna score like 1 billion points or it's going to fucking faceplant so hard. Like there's no like 81 for Marathon. You know what I mean?
It's either a 60-something or it's like a 50-something or
it's
90.
a 60-something or it's like a 91.
Yeah. Why would we expect Bungie not to be able to like successfully? To me, this is more like when the people who made Titanfall decided to make a battle royale game because those were popular, or the people what make Gears of War decided to make a fucking battle royale game because those were popular. Like Bungie's a very large studio who's been making shooters and service games for a very long time. Why do people think that they're capable of making another service game shooter? That's literally what they do on a huge scale.
Should we go ahead and call it a night on Trailer Talk, or it's 8:45? Or do you want to keep going? We're gonna do it. It's gonna be a shorter show. You can keep going.
I'll tell you what. No. I mean, like, I'm willing to play this out because I don't know. I mean, I feel like, fuck, man. Like, I don't want to live in a world where like I just know that everything I'm excited for is gonna be shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's not fun.
See, that's the spirit. Cool. That's like the world I try to live in all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
What's the last thing that ended up really disappointing you, Nick? With the exception of Japanese things.
Wait, shut the fuck up.
What's the last non-Japanese thing that really disappointed you?
Well, it's funny you should ask me that question. I can tell you right now what it is if I can just have a moment to pull up my...
Is it There Will Be Blood?
Shut the fuck up.
Are we about to get a bit of a Dexter sermon? What?
No,
No, he likes Dexter.
Dude, I can't.
Let's see. The last thing that disappointed me. Let me scroll down here a little bit. Where's my list here? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Rise of the Ronin. But you said not Japanese things. Fuck.
Yeah, I did say non-Japanese games. We know how you feel about Japanese games.
Rise of Ronin, pretty decent game.
I enjoyed it too.
You know what?
I mean, you're not always right. You were wrong about Ender Lilies, and you were wrong about Rise of the Ronin.
Can you say something disappointed you, but also be like, I did like the game?
No. That's not disappointment.
What I'm getting at is here, like, I kind of sometimes.
I was disappointed in
I played
Hellblade
so
2.
many games last year, and I like enjoyed every single one of them. And I had to take a step back and going. No, go ahead.
I said Hellblade 2.
Okay.
But I played all the. I played through that.
Excited about that one.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in the sense that it didn't even when the dust had settled. I was like, I don't think this game has any chance of even making my list. And I feel like that fact in and of itself is disappointing to me. But I did play it all the way through, and I did have fun, and I did enjoy it while I was playing it.
You had fun. You enjoyed it. That's fine. Like, the barometer for, like, am I pleased is it top 10 worthy? It's, it's...
I was just trying to figure out the best way to answer your question, which was like, that was disappointing to me, but I didn't dislike the game.
Sometimes I wonder, am I being too positive? I know it's funny coming from me, right? But I'm saying, like, because I rant and I'm loud, but that doesn't mean I hate everything, despite what people say. But, like, have I curated my interests so finally that now everything I touch I enjoy? And at that point, is that the correct way? Should I be more critical? I have been. Sometimes I worry that I'm too positive about something, and I'm gonna make someone try a game that I don't think is for them. No, necessarily, right? Like, I have very, like, specific. Like, I felt that way about, like, Ayuden Chronicles 100 Heroes this year, which, a spiritual successor to, like, Suikoden, right? This is kind of like podcast worthy discussion, but whatever. We're on a live stream, anyways. It's a game I really enjoyed, like, really, really enjoyed. And I acknowledge the flaws, but, like, I want to still be like, hey, man, I love this shit. But I worry that, like, I'm going to get people to, like, buy this game, which isn't cheap, and go, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah.
That's not your problem,
I understand. Well, I mean, and then Dano picked it up recently, and he's been, like, blazing through it, and he loves it. And I'm like, okay, I guess it's not just for me, but, like, it definitely felt that way. Like, the reviews were definitely, like, I mean, they weren't negative, but, it was like a 78 or some shit. But, I don't know. It's weird. Do you ever feel this way about being so positive about things, maybe, is what I'm asking you, Nick?
Do you ever take responsibility for your words and deeds, Nick?
No, dude, I don't regret 1 second. I do not regret 1 second of screaming my love for Days Gone from the rooftops.
Yeah.
It's how it made me feel. And if not everybody resonates with that,
what about, like, Black Myth
Wukong? I think on that game in particular, history's kind of vindicated you, though, because
that is true.
Days Gone has a bit of a cult following these days, it seems like. Every time I see it come up on any kind of social media, it's a bunch of people being like, man, this game was cool. I wish that,
I do agree. I noticed that exact same thing.
I do still think it's utterly ridiculous, the implication that they might be remaking the game or remastering or whatever the fuck. I still think that's ridiculous.
Remaster.
But that has nothing to do with how I feel about the game itself. That's just kind of, like, it seems completely unnecessary. But anyways, yeah.
Sure. Sure.
Y'all ready to record?
I'm already recording.
Oh, what? Okay. Well, hold the fucking phone. Ah. No, stop it. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Alrighty. Testing. Okay, that's working. All right, I'm recording. Everybody, do we look and sound okay? Everybody out there in chat. What's the word? Why? Okay, Chris Davis has got this shit-eating grin on his face, and I'm like, what is going on? He's muted too. Oh God. Okay, hold on a second. This keeps happening. Hold on. So dumb.
Quiet.
Okay, but it keeps every time I open Audacity. Every time I fucking open Audacity.
Oh yeah, you need to open Audacity before Discord every time.
Oh yeah.
Super annoying. All right.
Yeah.
Now, can everybody
me
hear
now?
us?
Testing
Yes.
1 2.
I can
I would do
hear
a-
you.
I would do a test on Audacity again because it really fucks me up when I
Testing,
don't open Audacity
testing.
first.
Yeah, I'm good.
I was gonna say, Larian tweeted out today an announcement saying they had 100 million mod downloads for Baldur's Gate 3, and the image they chose to use was from the mod Wither's Big Naturals.
Hell
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Dude, hell yeah.
I'll paste it in chat.
Dude, I was playing Baldur's Gate
Can
3.
they be naturals if it's a mod? I mean,
I was playing that with some friends the other day on console with like a bunch of mods. Like we went through and found a bunch of mods to install, and like I mean, a fucking shit show. But like, I'm impressed. I'm legitimately impressed that like the mod experience on console was as like
Smooth?
I
Or
don't want to say
maybe it's-
smooth because
yeah, it's maybe not the right word.
It just doesn't seem right. But
That it worked at
'cause
all?
It's mods, but yeah, that like it worked and like worked as
Yeah.
advertised, you know, like and like didn't take forever and was kind of sick. I downloaded the Artificer, like somebody adapted the Artificer to BG3.
What is the
And-
Artificer?
It's a class. It's a basic class that isn't in the player's handbook and isn't in BG3 normally.
Didn't Larian add some
tons and tons and
some
tons of
kits
custom
to the
character
game?
mods.
They are going to. They have a whole bunch
Oh.
of subclasses they're going to add, but I don't think that's out yet.
crazy.
All right, are we good to go?
That's quite sick.
Everybody
I'm
recording?
good to go. Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right, I am recording. Crispy, you recording?
Well, I'll restart my recording. I'm recording.
Alrighty, roll call starts now. Brad,
Hello.
Crispy,
Hello.
Chris Davis.
Hello, hello.
All right. Hey everyone, welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 822. It's January 14th, 2025. I'm your host, Nick Henderson, joined tonight by Brad Simons,
Yo.
Christopher Guthridge.
Oh, hey, Nick. How's it going?
Good, thank you. And Christopher Davis.
I'm doing all right. How about y'all?
I didn't ask how you... Wait, did I ask how you were doing? I'm like in autopilot
I mean, you
mode.
didn't, but I thought I'd throw it out there.
It was implied.
Is it, though?
I'm
Is
in
it
polite
implied?
company, right?
That's...
Nick,
I don't know
Nick's
if that's
very
accurate.
explicit about not giving a shit about how we are.
Anyways, welcome to the show, everybody. This is our first what I would call regular show of 2025. I will say this: we are having some conversations in the background about maybe doing something new for our award show, and I think that's probably going to be next week. Mixing things up a little bit and maybe make it a little more fun, I suppose, for us in the moment. So we'll keep y'all apprised of that situation, and I guess you could probably
Don't
unofficially...
overpromise fun. I don't think anyone's promising fun.
Okay, maybe not fun. Hey, well, all of our shows are fun, right? Fun.
It'll
Yeah.
be
It's
an
slightly
award-
diverting.
Yeah.
There is the distinct possibility you might be entertained.
Yes, that is definitely a pot. Brad's really leaning hard on the.
I mean, I hope that they like discovers a game that they're like excited to try. Maybe
Yeah,
put
yeah.
fun. Come on, we'll see.
We'll see what happens. The point is, we're exploring some options for maybe trying a new format or whatever.
Speaking of new
this year.
formats, Nicholas, real quick, I was listening to a podcast, and so at the beginning of the year they usually do predictions, or a lot of
Right.
podcasts will do predictions for the year, and this was video game predictions, of course. And instead of just competing against like who has the best predictions, and at the end of the year you score them up, they come up with the big long list of predictions, and then they draft the predictions to make it more fair. Because it can't be like, oh well, your prediction was like too easy and not hard enough. But since they're drafting them, it can be on any team, right? It makes it fair.
Brad is just like obsessed with anything that can be turned into like a fantasy
everything
league.
has a perceived value,
He's
right?
got
Everything has a perceived
brackets
value.
on the brain.
It's
brackets on the brain.
It's the most fair.
Speaking of brackets on the brain, guys, if you missed our show last week, we held our annual Fantasy Critic Draft, and that kind of serves as our 2025 preview show. You can check it out; it's available on all podcast services. Yeah, you'll be hearing about that throughout the year, obviously. Also, shout out to all of our community members who are playing Fantasy Critic along with us this year. I think we have 5 leagues this year, which is one more than we did last year, which is great. Each averaging about 5 to 6 players, so that's really cool. It's exciting.
I also did a short stream 2 days ago.
Have you made the video
where
yet?
I kind of like broke down I did everything on Twitch, so there's archives there. I did one for the rules, short stream for the rules, so, and that's been linked to in the Discord, so everyone who's wants clarification on that.
We could pull that and upload it to
where
YouTube.
I broke well, it's not really like, I don't know if it's like, that one was not YouTube worthy or anything. I mean, people in chat were asking me questions and stuff, but I also did a video because it was requested. I was going to do it anyways, but people were waiting for me to like kind of pick apart the community leagues. So that's on our Twitch archive as well. Look for that. My last stream where I kind of like did a little bit of shit talking. Well, the truth is, with 5 players per league, with the exception of one, and the problem is 5 rounds. That's only 25 games drafted. We had a little bit more because we had 7 players, but 5 rounds of games, it seems like a lot, but it's really not that many games. And what happened was that everybody's rosters looked very similar, and they were all pretty good games. And of course, the counter picks were nightmares, right? Because you had the big unreleased games, but then you had the big like kind of sure things that are coming, and so everyone kind of, it was hard to shit talk too many picks because it was all the same shit. Because it wasn't like, that many games.
What am I even doing here if I can't shit talk?
It was 25 games. It was 25 games. I really regret not going 6.
I gave you so many openings last week to say, okay, we'll do 6. In the moment, we were like, we're doing 5 draft picks tonight, and I was like, we can do 6. We can do 6.
Yeah,
and we went in circles,
weird,
and then
it's weird to change plans mid draft. It really does kind of make things a little.
It's
bit
weird,
unfair.
but it's possible. It could have happened. I gave you the opening. You turned me down.
We also cut space for the mid year stuff, but I mean, I think that part's good. People had a hard time like filling rosters last year, and I always hate to see that.
I was worried it was going to be a little bit harder to fill rosters this year because I feel like we have a lot small. I feel like there's a lot we know about, a lot fewer games than I feel like we knew in beginning of 2024. But I might just be imagining that.
It's always like this. The fact that we ended our draft with like bangers, still bangers. It's a lot of good games coming out this year. It's pretty crazy.
And I think it's worth mentioning here, just because it's funny as hell. Chris Davis's entire drafted roster was counterpicked.
Fuck all.
Carlos really shouldn't have done that because he was in good shape. I know he had the last counterpick, but
we just all think you should stand by your picks, Chris.
Yeah,
I stand by my picks,
and
then you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
The problem is, he gets one fucking super drop, and of course it's going to be an unannounced Ace Combat game. So
No, fuck you. Nuh-uh.
What a what a fun, wild night. Yeah, if you want to catch up, I mean, it's not a lot to catch up with right now because the year has just started. So now would be the time to do it. Go back and listen to our episode from last week. Like I said, it's on all podcast services at the moment and up on YouTube. So check it out. Tonight, since we're kind of in the interim between the preview show and doing award shows and game of the year stuff. This was going to be just kind of, we're going to talk, we only have one game, like, impressions-wise to talk about, but we've been waiting to talk about it for a while, because, Brad, you've been playing Slitterhead.
Yeah.
But we also have some big news to talk about.
Slitterhead.
Yeah.
I had a Gamefly spot I had to fill, so I'm like, let's get some Slitterhead in.
But we're also going to talk about because apparently it's funny because last week during the draft we were talking about how the I think Brad, you said like the Nintendo Switch 2 could be announced like next week. There's nothing stopping it, and then like Nintendo was at this point it feels like I think it's Thursday. I think is when everyone's kind of expecting shit to happen.
Thursday.
Yep. So it's looking like the Switch 2 is going to be announced on Thursday. That's what. So we'll talk a little bit about that, maybe speculate a little bit. And next Thursday, Xbox is doing their first big developer, what do they call it?
Developer Direct, maybe?
Yeah, Developer Direct next week. And there's one game on that list that is a mystery, but like they're trying to tease it pretty heavily. So we'll
what's
talk
the tease for that?
They're saying they're going to announce a new entry in a legendary Japanese
I
franchise.
thought that's already been figured out. It's just that
legendary
fucking Ninja Gaiden
Japanese
game.
franchise. That is Ace Combat.
No, it's just that Ninja Gaiden game is what I heard.
We'll talk about it. I've seen a lot of different theories. We'll see what happens. But anyways, we'll talk about that after we get to finish talking about Slitterhead. So I guess Brad, are you ready to do that?
Yeah, we're just hopping right into Slitterhead, huh?
Yeah. Oh, look how easy! Look how beautiful that switch over a transition was on the stream.
Nick, you did it. You can't compliment yourself.
I'm so proud of myself. Actually, I owe everything here to Chris Davis because he he set it up and made it really easy.
So Slitterhead, this was a game recommended by the Drunken Merchant. I mean, I was always wanting to try this game because it was
Run Merchant Run, a voice of integrity.
Studio, they're former Team Silent people, which are also the
that's
Rush
where you should be leading from. This is former Team Silent, baby. This is like this was like for the longest time people were like, is this the spiritual successor to Silent Hill? And it does not appear to be.
No, this is nothing like Silent Hill, like at all. And the truth is, you kind of blew right past it, but like they've made other shit since Silent Hill, like the Siren series, of course, and this does share some Siren like mechanics of sorts. But those people also worked on Gravity Rush, and those Gravity Rush games were like sick as hell. So I mean,
Gravity Rush is sick as hell. I just want to go ahead and
a variety of types of games, under their belt, but now they're kind of in the world of like the indie space Kickstarter game, and you could tell they don't have a lot of the budget to kind of make the first party published kind of games anymore. And so you're going to hear it probably from anyone who ever talks about it. It's got big PS2 energy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? I will say
there's a space for it.
When I say it has big PS2 energy, I'm not talking about like God of War and Devil May Cry. I'm talking about the games that you go to GameStop when they're having a buy two get two free, and you get some shit that it's just kind of fucking jank. And now on eBay it's worth like $800. But whatever, it was never that good in the first place.
It's got that Rule of Rose energy.
PS2 awesome, right?
It's got that
kind of like some like fucking Blood Will Tell or something,
oh wow, that's a deep cut.
Maybe that was too deep. Like a fucking Red Ninja kind of energy, maybe. Not like cut. Good, but like definitely weird and unique enough to like, wow, this is some shit I haven't been playing lately, especially lately. And that's charming, right? It's charming when something is fucking janky PS2, if you will. I don't know.
It's,
I know
it's charming when something is this fucked.
It's not like fucked. It's like they have some neat ideas and a banging soundtrack because it's Akira Yamaoka. And if this was something that was like backed by a bigger
Shadows of the
publisher
Dam
and they
energy,
had more
maybe?
time and budget, like maybe it would be something that breaks out a little more than it does, but I don't know, probably not. You know what, this with the slightly bigger budget is like Ghostwire Tokyo, and Ghostwire Tokyo probably needed like a slightly bigger budget than that, right? It's just kind of like, I don't know what to say. It's janky for sure.
What's
but
this
it's
yellow flying turd thing that
well,
tadpole
that's
that comes out of
you,
your head?
right? That's you. You're like a fucking little brain
Worm.
fucking supernatural brainworm that can jump from person to person, and that's kind of like the mechanics of the game. It is a little weird that I
You know
started
what this
recording
has?
this
This has
footage.
prototype energy.
No,
I
mean,
maybe more like
in the fact
Mach-In,
that they do
maybe?
have limbs like that turn into like bloody appendages,
Yeah.
like claws and stuff. Yeah, that's a little prototypey. But you know what this? So it reminds me actually a little bit of Parasite Eve: The Third Birthday, which, let's be clear here, is a game that people were upset about because they knew it was a Parasite Eve game, which is what made it a disaster, right? But if it was just called something else, it would be like affectionately referred to as like a hidden gem of the PSP. And again, that's the energy that this has.
Like if this had been called Silent Hill something, it would be like, what the fuck?
No. See, Silent Hill fans wouldn't be happy because this is nothing like Silent Hill. It's like a.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
like if they had called
like
this
action,
Silent Hill,
it's like more Akira, or it's like a horror action anime kind of shit, right?
Right.
And the action is like fucking combat. I will say I had not played this for a few days when I sat down to record the footage, and I completely forgot about the parry mechanic. I'm early enough in this game where I'm still like kind of fumbling with the controls, and they give you a lot of controls very early on. Like there's a lot going on here. You're constantly switching characters in combat. You have like a main set of characters that you can choose between and bring into a mission. That missions take place in just like this open city or whatever, but like the missions themselves, once you kind of get around there, are fairly linear. You're just kind of following waypoints. Story stuff's happening. You're getting into fights. This is the first mission where I'm fighting like human soldiers, and it's a
with
very
magic
different vibe
guns
than the kinds of like creatures and stuff that were like sprouting from other humans, slitter heads and whatnot, of like the previous missions.
All right,
now
pause.
it's like, well, the fucking dudes are shooting at me and stuff. But like,
pause.
Combat is all about switching to random civilians that are just around, because if you stay as your character, you have like more of these prototypey powers than like a random civilian that you switch to. But you die pretty quick in this game, and like the way you stay alive is constantly switching. It's also just the way to like kind of get a jump on the enemy. Otherwise they're just gonna like fuck you up. They have like shields and guns like in this level, and like the best way to approach them is to just hop behind them via your little remember Mind Jack?
Yeah.
Mind Jack. This has Mind Jack energy. Like
Remember
people knew this was gonna
Psyops?
be a janky cult classic before this ever came out.
That game
And
was
that's-
sick as hell though, Crispy, wasn't it?
Psyops?
Yeah.
It was cool.
sick
It
as
was
hell,
cool.
and had the weirdest fucking co-op mode I've ever seen.
But
The co-op mode was two people control the same character.
No, that's right.
It's like one person does the legs and the other person does the arms. It was not cool.
yeah.
Sounds cool to
but
me.
like-
yeah.
This game's fucked up, and I don't quite understand like why it is so weird. Like, for example, I choose between two characters and I go into a battle, right? Or I go into a mission, and I'm like getting into fights, and I'm like, oh shit, let me switch to the other character that I brought with me because this character is low health. And I'm like, I have no idea where that character is. I'm fighting for my life. There's a bunch of like random ass civilians around I can jump into. The other character I've been leveling up and to bring into this mission with me, nowhere to be seen. I don't know what's going on. I would like to be her because she's got cool powers, but I guess I'm just gonna be this fucking dude in a polo shirt, who can his hand can turn into a mace, and I guess the mace is getting the job done. You know, it's so strange.
I have a question,
but
Brad.
you're encouraged to constantly change because not only is you do that to survive, but you're doing that to because they have like their own like special abilities that like are on cooldowns or some shit, or their health is like their abilities. But like it's confusing and janky, and I don't know. Like I feel like maybe if I keep playing it, I'll get to the point where I'm like kind of vibing with the flow a little bit more. But right now, I'm mostly just going like, "What the fuck is going on, man?
What is this?
I just want to like I find myself always low on health with like the powerful main characters that I'm leveling up. And I'm like, why would I even stay as this character? I'm just gonna die. Let me be like that 60-year-old lady over there because she's gonna like fuck those dudes up, and she's got a lot of health right now. So I guess I'll just be her. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll switch back to my main character with the cool claws. I'm like, oh, she's got no health. This ain't gonna work. Let's go be that fucking 22-year-old college kid over there. And it's very weird. Also, there's like friendly fire. So like when I'm throwing like a blood grenade or some shit into like a pack of like monsters, and there's also a bunch of civilians around, I'm just like blowing them up too. And I'm like, no, I need them. They're my health bars.
Yeah. I mean, that in and of itself was kind of interesting. Quick question, Brad.
Yeah.
Now that you've played a fair amount of this, can you tell me what a slitterhead is?
It's like some fucking creature thing that pops out of.
It's that thing from the movie
humans.
Brain Damage.
They like turn into bosses and stuff, like bigger, grosser, like creatures.
You know, when this game was first announced, go back and watch that announcement trailer, and then look at what the game actually is. It's like it's the weirdest.
Well, I mean, it's not that. That's the thing. It's not that. There is obviously like horror stuff in here, body horror stuff. Like humans splitting apart into like.
But I never would have
creatures.
guessed it was this style, like gameplay. Like I never would. I don't think I ever. Of course
not. But like that's what makes it interesting. If it was just another fucking horror game where you slowly walk around, and you're like, oh, I only have this mini handgun bullets.
It would have been great.
I probably wouldn't even play it. No, it wouldn't have been great because it still would have been this budget game, and it would have been janky, and you would have not been okay with that. You'd be like, well, I'm just going to play the Silent Hill 2 remake because this one is fucked up. But at least this is different enough to be interesting enough to still stand out a little bit, right? Because stuff like this doesn't exist anymore. If it ever did, I don't know.
What are you talking about, Brad? You're playing it. I'm looking at it.
This is the perfect reason that GameFly still exists, honestly, because this is not a game that I.
Is 2025 the year that
somebody's going to buy
is...
and they're going to be immediately pissed off, but they're going to be like, I don't know, I can't have another game until my birthday, so I guess I'm just going to figure this one out. And that's how bad games become loved, I suppose. But like as a rental, it's kind of cool. I wish Redbox still had games. That was cool.
Does Redbox even
when GameFly goes away, it's going to fundamentally change the way I choose games to play, and that's going to be sad.
Quick question: didn't Redbox like every Redbox I see these days is like shut down?
I
No,
think it's dead.
It's dead.
That's dying. It's a dying business.
Yeah.
So is 2025 the year that GameFly goes kind of the same direction? Like,
but don't say that.
I'm just wondering.
But GameFly has been the same business for me, right? It's not like, when Netflix came out, they were mailing you DVDs. GameFly is what it has always been. You rent games, they mail you the games, you play them, you keep them probably for too long than you should, and then you mail them back.
I'm going to be honest.
Model works because it's a subscription.
You're saying it out loud, and I'm thinking to myself, that sounds insane.
What sounds insane? Renting games?
You just described early days of Netflix, and it
sounds insane. But with games, it makes sense because games you play for a month or two, right? You don't do that with movies.
I guess that's true.
It was unsustainable. Netflix was unsustainable, but GameFly, I guess, gets just enough business. I don't know.
Brad's keeping it afloat.
I mean, the music is cool, and you're not seeing the stuff between missions, but it's like this.
You just
very,
switched gears.
Weird, stylish slitterhead. Yeah, but between missions, it's like you're having conversations between like the entity that's in all these people's brains and the person whose body you're inhabiting, you're constantly having conversations between those two characters, both outside of missions when they're just like hanging out in their apartment or like at their job at like a fucking corner store. You're just this entity in them, and you're just having conversations like, oh, like later tonight when we go out to like fuck up some slitterheads, what do you think, man? What do you think's happening here? And like the lady, like the fucking 18-year-old lady's like, I don't know, it's pretty crazy, my claws are sick. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know, it's weird. Like, check out this cutscene. We can't leave this again. You were hoping this was Silent Hill. Check out this cutscene.
I wasn't really hoping, but I was thinking it was going to be closer to Silent Hill than this.
Again, I'm not one to drag you, Nick.
But you're going to. Go ahead.
But you want every game to be Silent Hill, and that's not interesting. Not every game can be the same horror game. That's lame.
I don't want everything to be Silent Hill. But I don't know, dude. There's
But he would
It's
prefer
like you want everything to be Castlevania.
Well, no, I just want Castlevania. I don't want things to be Castlevania. I just want Castlevania to still exist. Other things can be other things. But I don't know what the fuck this is. This reminded me of like an Air Guys cutscene. Air Guys. What God versus the Ring? What Air Guys? God versus the Ring?
God bless the ring.
God bless the ring. Fuck yeah.
God bless the ring.
Oh man.
You gonna keep going with this? You gonna finish it?
I mean, if it's around, I mean, honestly, I mean, there's interesting games coming up that I want to play. We were watching trailers for some of them. But, you know, I'm in this weird period where I'm kind of like wrapping up. Like, I've been finishing a lot of the games that I had started, you know, in 2024. I usually spend my January like cleaning that stuff up. I probably finished like 3-4 games since January started, you know.
Damn.
All stuff that I had started in 2024. Some of them were games that I was like, most games, that's the weird thing about me and finishing games. Most games by the end of the year, I've almost finished. What'll happen is...
So you just get to pick and choose which ones to take across the finish line?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it, right? Because, well, there's certain games that I realize, look, I probably don't need to finish this game to feel the way I feel about it when it comes to like giving awards. But like this one, I have to see the end of the story. Otherwise, this whole experience was not worth it.
So you're going forward in Slitterhead for the story? Who are you?
No. Slitterhead is just a byproduct of I've been finishing games and sending them back to GameFly, and I guess they were going to send me my next game, and it just happened to be Slitterhead. I'm not even playing Slitterhead for like Game of the Year awards. I'm just playing Slitterhead because it's here, you know, and it's something to stream. I guess I don't know because I'm not going to stream the end of fucking World of Goo 2 or. You know, actually, I did stream the end of World of Kutu, which is fucking bonkers. My God.
The Drunken Merchant requests that you mention the awesome UI, Brad.
It's not awesome.
It should capitulate.
It's different. I don't know about awesome.
Right,
it has some cool like visual effects. One of the funny things it does at the end of a mission, you'll beat your little boss. Every single time it zooms in, like it's very confusing. It zooms in on a character's face who's walking, and then it just freezes to be continued and like fucking inverts the colors or whatever, like a to be continued screen. Cool and stylish, right? But like when it happens with your cool main characters who have like fucking red eyes and cool, you can like change their outfits and shit. It looks kind of cool. But if the last person you were in when you finished, the boss is just like a 60-year-old grandma, like with the fucking paunch, that's who's in your cool fucking to be continued freeze frame at the end of a mission. Yeah. And like they knew that. They knew that. It's absurd, but I love it.
That's sick.
Yeah. Charmingly.
Based on where you're at in the game, did you ever encounter, because one like the first trailers of the game, they were showing like a platforming segment where you were jumping between like civilians.
Yeah. Well, there's like verticality and stuff like implied in those trailers.
Yeah, I mean, you have some abilities to kind of jump around, but it's like fucking janky. Like I'm telling you, it's like sub Ghostwire Tokyo in terms of like, man, these mechanics are just barely held together here. They're just barely holding together. Yeah, I have Alex. I got this character. Like the two main characters were like ladies. And sorry, I was done, but Chris Davis famously asked like a 20% into the conversation question at the end, which he does a lot. That's fine. That's fine.
We're going back to the footage.
Use this opportunity.
We're going
I'm gonna
back to
use
the
this
footage.
opportunity to say that like the first two main characters you get are like cool ladies. You know, the second one's like a prostitute. Like the game is very like a sex worker. Sorry, it's like very like seedy and dark and nightlife. You know, red light district. You know, that's just kind of the vibe. These slitterheads are in this brothel. You know, anyways. The third character is like literally he did like a fucking Akira slide I think earlier in there. He's like wears all black. He's got a motorcycle helmet and a shotgun and a motorcycle. And I'm like, I get that guy. I'm like, all right. I don't usually roll with dudes, but like this guy seems powerful. And I go into a boss fight. I'm just getting fucked up. I'm getting so fucked up. His abilities aren't doing anything. I either don't know how to use them or it's poorly balanced. And I'm like, this sucks. I'm gonna be the grandma. I just have to be the grandma because this guy is so bad. He's so bad. So I'm not even using that guy now. I don't know. Whatever. Let's move on. Sorry, Chris Davis. I didn't mean to do that. I mean, that is like one of your signatures, but whatever. Let's move on.
Chris Davis's signature move.
To be fair, where is he supposed to cut in? You know.
I know that is.
We are talking about
fair,
Slitterhead here.
Sometimes you just gotta let those questions go.
I mean, you just spent like 90% of the conversation talking about combat. I was just interested in like the other things I saw in that freaking trailer.
You are Brad. You are a person who is really into like verticality in games, and there was some implied verticality in those trailers.
There's some there. It's not good, but it's there. I mean, you can like kind of. They call it a blood jump.
A blood jump.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's
probably sounds cooler in Japanese.
Yeah. One would hope. All right. So let's. Like I said, that's the only game we really have to talk about tonight. So why don't we switch gears a little bit and talk about what's going on with Nintendo? Because it's going
on with Nintendo?
It's apparently going to be a big week. Apparently, I'm hesitant to like say with any like confirmation.
It's not like the Switch 2 is a secret, right? Nintendo's come out and said
worst kept secret.
You know, like last year, like it's not a secret. They said the Switch 2 is a thing.
Secret.
You're going to hear about it in this fiscal year.
They insist on calling it the Switch successor.
Yeah, the Switch successor, right? We don't know what it's called. But like the problem is everyone knows this thing exists. Like because not only is it just like leaks and rumors and all that stuff, but they've been sending fake models to the companies that make accessories, like third-party accessories and shit, you know, like fucking grips and stuff, right?
They got to make sure they're ready.
Knows,
the market's got to be ready for it.
What the Switch looks like now and kind of like how it mechanically works, like the magnetic Joy-Cons and stuff.
Oh my god.
Because they're just sending models like that. They can't play games, but they're effectively like the mechanics of
oh my god,
a Switch 2. They're sending them to these companies, and these companies are just taking pictures and like showing people. And I'm like, dude, make a trailer and reveal this thing better so we don't have to experience it this way.
Which is what we're going to get on Thursday, apparently. But I just want to say, because I was like, maybe we should start there and like talk about what we think this thing is actually going to be called. And Crispy goes in there and just puts, I'm obsessed now, Switch.
Switch. What a Switch. It's Switch with two eyes. It's a Switch.
The Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
Fuck.
man.
Fuck, I love it so much. I love it. That's never going to happen. Fuck, I love it so much.
It's going to be called the Nintendo Switch 2. And the reason is because the Wii...
What did they call it? The Switch?
The Wii was an incredible success. It was a phenomenon. Not only is it one of the best-selling systems of all time, literally, I think the second best. I think the Switch finally overtook it, right? The Wii was a phenomenon. It like got casual gamers, soccer moms, you know, are playing games now. So we're still feeling the impact of it because those people will still pick up the new Animal Crossing, whatever, right? Huge, 100 million plus, right? And then the Wii U comes out and it literally sells like 13 million worldwide. And it had Wii in the title. And there was confusion over what it is. But like to go from such an astronomical industry-changing success, like there's still waggle in everything that you buy because of the Wii. And like going from that to like one of the most miserable modern console, like literally like 13 million units is unheard of. The Vita sold more than that. The fucking Vita. And the successor to the Wii, I don't think Nintendo is going to play with their food anymore. You know, they can't afford to fuck up again. So I think they're going to call it the Switch 2, and it's going to look a lot like a Switch and work a lot like a Switch, and Nintendo's just going to fingers crossed, let's keep this ball rolling.
Can we just entertain the notion for 1 second that Crispy is right about the name? And for the first 9 months, when parents go in to like buy a Switch for their kids, they're going to be like, do you want the Switch or the Switch?
If this thing is called the Switch, I feel like I should get like 20 bonus points in Fantasy Critic.
So,
I would happily give it to you.
But you have to think about it, right? Like the snap, right? That was the thing with the Switch, right? And that was literally the sound that they're kind of, you know, not the actual sound, but the simulation of when you click it in, right? You click in the Joy-Cons, you click it into your dock. That's like the snap, right? The Switch. The name is what it's doing, switching from a handheld to a console. But now we know that the Joy-Cons, like, they don't like slide and click. They like snap on, right? So
like
do you think like the sound of that or the mechanic of that is going to like play into the name of the thing? Is it going to be the switch snap, or the switch click, or the switch? I don't know.
I feel like calling it the Switch 2 is too. It's calling it the Switch 2 and just leaving it at that. Like that would be probably the smartest thing to do. But like Nintendo is.
If anything, the most Nintendo's going to do is just do 2 snaps instead of 1.
I mean, what if they call it the Super Switch?
So that's not what's going to be like, right? They have to have a different like transition in their directs, right?
What if they call it the Super Switch, like the Super Nintendo?
It's just
the problem there
it's only
is
for
that
old heads. It doesn't make sense anymore.
That doesn't make sense for today, and
Switch
it reflects
boy.
a problem Nintendo had 30 years ago with the transition between the Nintendo Entertainment System and the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Let's really confuse people.
They were confused about like what that difference meant. They didn't realize it was a separate platform.
Oh my god!
What would it be if they like instead of Switch 2, they called it like the GameCube 2? Like they just really said, "Fuck you, dude. We're doing it too, but it's the GameCube, baby."
Let's really confuse them. Let's call it the Switch 64.
It's GameCube 2, but with an exponential 2, and it's pronounced GameCubed. That doesn't make sense.
That's not bad. I like it.
Would be
two GameCubes duct taped together.
The Super Nintendo Switch.
That's the official name, is 2 GameCubes duct taped together.
I do feel a little bad for them, right? Because they love like the puns, and they love one of the things that they've always done, you know, like since Mario 64 and Donkey Kong 64 or whatever, and like, you know, the DS games, right? Where like the first few years of the DS, all of the like Nintendo first party games had like subtitles that were like DS, right? They had like, you know, a dual, like what's like Dual Strike, right? For Advance Wars Dual Strike, or like Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. And there's a lot of like DS names, right? And that was cool. I liked that, right? But they can't do that with the newer stuff. And like the 3D stuff, it was all their 3D games and 3Ds in the title, right? I don't know. Switch was just boring. So they couldn't do anything with that name. It was just that sound.
And you think they're gonna go with Switch 2? I talk about boring. I don't know.
In fact, the only thing they did that involved the name was 1-2 Switch, and that didn't work out.
That is true. That is true. But they can't get. I mean, it's they've got to hold on to that brand recognition. So,
yeah,
what do we think we know right now? I mean, so we've talked about the Joy-Cons being more like connected.
There's other mechanics. I mean, there's other things that. Oh man, I'm not.
It's a bigger screen, right?
Those magnets are gonna suck.
Like there's rumors all over the place. There's rumors about back paddles. There's rumors about Hall effect joysticks. There's rumors about all kinds of shit. But like that's the stuff that's more likely to be real because hardware or like hardware mock-ups are being sent to these companies that have to like they have to be able to like take it apart and stuff. Like you know, like not completely, but you know, Joy-Cons and stuff have to be able to like be functional.
I mean, the 2 questions I have. Number 1, are they going to have a dedicated handheld SKU that you cannot plug into a dock for use on your TV?
Not at launch.
I mean, the Switch Lite still sells really, really well.
Yeah, but I still think that like they're probably going to hold on to that. I mean, that's the kind of thing where you stagger your alternate versions, and you space them out so you can kind of like rejuvenate the market periodically.
Yeah. And plus, these accessory manufacturers, we'd be seeing accessories for like a smaller Switch or something.
I'm guessing
I'm guessing
two SKUs, and the only difference is colors.
And the other thing I question is, are we prepared to pay upwards of $500 for a Switch 2?
Is that really what people are? I don't think
That's
people
just
are.
what things cost. It's what things
That's
cost.
just what things cost. Yeah. No way. Fuck that.
Did you see the Nvidia graphics cards?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But it's a steal.
You can have
it's
4090
what things
performance
cost.
into 5070 for $549.
I
with
do
15
think
asterisks behind that.
Look. I think the Switch 2 is going to probably be a step up in terms of processing power, but like not like a huge jump. I think they're gonna they are known. Their platform has always been the cheaper option, right? I think that's gonna hold true. Even if that does mean at $400, that's still the cheaper option when compared to the base models for the PS5 and the Xbox at this point. So I would say anywhere from $350 to $400. I'm not expecting a huge
that's about
technological
right.
jump.
$350 to $400.
I feel
Sounds
like
about
400 is the floor.
And by the way,
Because I think
floor,
Nintendo's going to keep manufacturing the regular Switch for a good long while.
I mean, there's
They'll
also
keep
the
at
possibility
existing price.
that they're getting greedy, and they know that people will pay it.
People will buy it at $400
Yeah.
because that's just what.
Tariffs.
Yeah.
That's another. Oh god! I wish this thing would have
Real
got out there
possibility.
before that.
The tariffs.
You know what's going to be really annoying? Is Thursday the day that we're going to have to like try to pre-order this thing, or you think that'll come later?
Well, here's the thing. This announcement we're getting on Thursday is supposedly just focused entirely on hardware with no software announcements. So I would imagine they're not going to ask people to pre-order the system without having any software out there. Pre-order with it.
But like that doesn't mean they're not going to announce. Like, so when the Switch was revealed, there was like a sizzle reel, right? We found out about Mario Odyssey because when you show a game console, there has to be something on the screen, and it was Switch games, including a new Mario game. So like, I think we're gonna like find out something. I think they just mean they're not going to spend a lot of time talking about.
I think they're going to show a prettier version of a game that's already out there, like Tears of the Kingdom or something.
I mean, that's the thing is that this is going to be a backwards compatible system, so they've got to be able to demonstrate the differences between a Switch experience and a Switch 2 experience to sell people.
What if it's an unannounced 3D Mario platformer?
But no, they've got to show at least one launch title. It doesn't have to be big. It could be a 1-2 Switch successor. I'm not saying that's a good idea, but it could be
Ace Combat.
Switch
they already
Sports,
did a
baby.
1-2 Switch sequel, and it was a huge fucking bomb.
It was, yeah.
Maybe it's another Labo.
Maybe another ARMS game.
Oh my god, Crispy, I forgot about that.
Remember they tried to like make ARMS like a competitive esport?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's pretty wild.
It was a fighting game. So
they could show Mario Kart. I feel like Mario
Switch
Kart would be a
dude.
nice thing to kind of show off alongside the new hardware. I mean, I feel like it's not.
How about
it's not
3D
Yeah,
Mario? How about an unannounced
I bet
3D
you'd like
Mario
that.
game?
Boo, no Mario. It's too
How
soon
about
for Mario.
unannounced
You
Donkey
can't
Kong
launch
platform?
Mario the same year as Metroid. You're cannibalizing your market. Don't do it. Don't do it, Nintendo.
Yeah, don't forget about 2017.
How long has it been
They
since we
launched
had a new
everything
Kirby
in
game?
2017.
You shut your
What are you
mouth.
talking about?
Couple years.
The forgotten
The big
Kingdom,
pink
like a couple
car,
years ago.
like the disgusting
Yeah.
flesh car.
Yeah, I forgot when that was.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
guys,
that was much more recent than Mario Odyssey or even Bowser's Fury.
They could show Metroid
That's like one
Prime.
of their more recent platformers.
they could put Metroid
They
Prime
will.
on the
I think they
screen.
will.
Oh
So,
yeah.
But do Metroid Prime.
F
show
Zero's
your new
coming
3D.
back. I can feel it.
Yep.
Wow.
There we go. There it
I
is.
mean, I would love
think
it, but
what they probably could do though, instead of showing off like a dedicated big name launch title, is do a sizzle reel of games that are expected for the Xbox and PS5 that you would not have
Whoa.
expected to come to the Switch.
It's not very Nintendo-like.
Like
That's not very
Fable.
Nintendo-like.
Yeah, I
For a
mean,
reveal, you don't.
but it would mean a lot to people who only play Nintendo systems, who have been watching PlayStation and Xbox get all these like huge games that they wanted to play. You know what I mean? But you're right. I don't think that feels like Nintendo. We'll see. But you're right. To your point, they have to have something on the screen. So we'll see.
Well,
Although I could see
the
them.
new
I could
Switch
see.
as
I could see them playing up some big like what do you call it, like the Miiverse type thing, where it's just like some like social hub kind of thing that's like new to the Switch, and like that could end up being
Nice.
what they're showing off.
What if
Like,
it's
they-
something
they've
super
killed all
lame,
that
like
stuff by
yet
now.
another Splatoon game? I'd be so mad if it's like Splatoon 4. Woo, Splatoon is back. I'm like, oh, fuck
maybe
you.
maybe the new Switch will have like some kind of integrated AI functionality.
Oh God, no! Animal
God,
Crossing.
Don't say that.
Did you say
Animal
Cannibal
Animal
Crossing?
Crossing, you could do it. They just launched the Switch version of Pocket Camp, right? So I don't think they would be doing a new Animal Crossing now. Also, plus, no one wants to fuck with. We're gonna be living in a post Hello Kitty Island Adventure world by the time.
That
All right.
Hobbit game is gonna get fucking stomped by Hello Kitty, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually.
probably. All right, so we'll find out more
I
about
thought
that
the
on.
game's all right.
we'll-
That's a Weta workshop game. Could be great.
Like it could be. It's your hobbits living in Hobbiton, or not like Bywater.
Say no
I
more.
don't remember. It's not Hobbiton, but in the Shire. I mean, come on, you get to be Shire Eve.
Look, I think what we can all take away from this conversation is that it really should be called the Switch. Okay.
The Switch.
The Switch. All right, we'll find out more about that on Thursday, so I'm sure we'll be talking about it in the weeks to come. Next, I just want to talk a little bit about the Xbox Developer Direct next week. Chris Davis, maybe could you pull up the list of games they're talking about? Because they're doing the same thing they did last time.
Why has it
which
got to
is,
be me?
Well, because I know that you don't have anything going on your screen right now because I'm doing your job.
Yes, this is true.
Just turn on your little green hue lights, buddy. We know what
Oh,
you can't hide from
fuck
us.
off. So there's going to be 4 games, possibly 5 that they're going to be talking about.
I
3
think
of them are
it's
known quantities.
Oh, so okay,
One.
doesn't the thing show
So-
5 on like they have like a
It
graphic
shows.
out
It shows 4.
Oh,
It shows
okay.
4. 3 announced games, 1 mystery game.
there. Right.
The 3 ones that are announced are Doom: The Dark Ages,
Yeah.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33, fuck yeah, and South of Midnight from Compulsion.
I am excited for all 3 of those games. So consider me
How come no
interested.
one drafted South of Midnight?
I thought about it. It was on my list, but
did
it's
you?
also.
I mean, that's for the developers of We
I
Happy
was-
Few, if you recall.
I was going to, but then I heard it had DEI in it. So
Oh, true.
Again!
Now,
True.
So the big thing and the heaviest rumor that's been going on this week is that the 4th game they're going to show off is a long rumored Elder Scrolls Oblivion remake.
That would be. They did say this is going to.
Does Oblivion hold up? Does
That feels
Oblivion hold up?
Microsoft did say that this unannounced game is going to be a crowd pleaser. And they but they did.
Literally just a video game.
But
You know, that could be any video
look.
game.
we made
But
Starfield fun.
I don't think that 4th game could be Elder Scrolls because they said I'm almost positive that Microsoft in the tweet where they were announcing this event said they are announcing a new entry in a famed legendary Japanese franchise. And I think most of what I've seen has been theorizing they're going to show off Resident Evil 9. Like this is where they're going to.
No, I've seen all kinds of stuff.
I
Persona
heard
6. You know, I've also heard some like maybe Dragon Quest 12 or whatever, but I don't know. I heard somebody say, "No, dog, this is actually just that Ninja Gaiden game. There's some miscommunication here."
That would be the hugest disappointment.
Well, any Japanese game for you. I
Shut
mean, just
the-
the nature of it being a legendary
Yeah.
Japanese franchise. I get it.
Imperial.
You don't think that Ninja Gaiden game from the creators of Blasphemous is sick.
No, I mean,
You're a fucking mark, man. You hate pixel art.
I
Fucking-
don't.
what's
I
wrong?
love Blasphemous, you bitch. What are you talking about? You're the one who
Can
hates
we go back to
Blasphemous.
Oblivion? Can we go
famously.
back to Oblivion? First of all, it's not long rumored. Literal court documents that were released and poorly redacted or whatever from
The
Microsoft
FTC
said
case, yeah.
the Oblivion remake is a thing. It was just on a list of their current projects. So like we know that's a thing. My question for y'all is does Oblivion hold up?
No.
You know, does Skyrim hold up? Like what? So you remake Oblivion. What do they do to make Oblivion better? Because like
They make it into Skyrim.
Like, Skyrim did everything better in my opinion than Oblivion. Now I know
Yes,
there's a lot of nostalgia for Oblivion, but like people aren't even okay with something like if they just make the combat like more like Skyrim, that's not good enough, you know, because that combat sucks. And like the other thing is the main quest of Oblivion sucks ass. You're just closing Oblivion gates the entire time and it's so dull.
But Patrick Stewart.
No, Patrick
They
Stewart,
had him for
whatever. What are
20
they going to
seconds,
do? Are they
yeah.
going to re-record the audio or is it going to be that same lame ass 2005 audio? I don't know.
Wow, I still remember the year
2006.
that Oblivion came out. Were we podcasting when that game came out? We must have been.
You know.
Is Oblivion's
05.
world so good? I don't think Oblivion's world is so good. Coming from a Morrowind fan, Oblivion's world seemed very fucking like generic and like walled and like not that great. Now there was amazing quests, right? You know, like the Dark Brotherhood. Like there's some cool shit in Oblivion, no doubt. But like to me, it is the weaker of the three modern, semi-modern, the three Elder Scrolls games that came out this century. Yeah, I don't know.
Here's my question.
But
Do you
there's a
think
lot
that
of nostalgia.
I know this is not this what I'm about to say is really not there's really not much there. But just it's a Microsoft presentation and the Doom the Dark Ages is going to be there, which is a Bethesda published title. Do you think 2 out of the 4 games are going to be Bethesda published?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know if that matters.
Yeah,
Didn't they spend like a fucking $1 billion to acquire them?
I guess that's
Are
a good
these
point.
ever like sick? These developer directs? I mean, like last
they
year
showed a
like a Avowed or some shit.
I mean,
like,
Honestly, they've been getting better over time.
I think they've been actually pretty
Silksong,
impressive.
could Silksong be there?
Maybe. I mean, look. Well, I mean, again, I go back to them teasing a famed Japanese franchise. Like, I don't think it's going to be Silksong. Look,
if Silksong was going to be there and they were like, "Get ready, we're teasing a new Ninja Gaiden," like,
isn't
that's
this
insane?
Isn't this where they showed off where they finally did like a deep dive into Indiana Jones? Or am I thinking of something else?
Yes.
Yeah, so they
Wait,
did that.
This?
Yeah, these developer
Like a
directs.
fucking...
No,
but it wasn't the one in January.
No, it was
no, it was like in mid.
No, it was January last year when they first like revealed it, but it didn't show actual gameplay.
A reveal. It took a long time for them to actually start showing.
But I'm talking about
playing
like
that game.
when they finally showed like a bunch of gameplay. It was albeit it was a bunch of gameplay, kind of like cut, like lots of cuts and whatnot. So
yeah,
but they finally did like they showed off a lot of like the game in motion. I think during one of these developer directs.
Are we going to see Fable? Fable not drafted by anyone.
Japanese franchise, Brad. God damn it! Listen,
No,
are
I'm
you
talking about
listening
the
to what
other
I'm
games
saying?
now. I'm talking about the other games now.
But the other games they've already announced: Doom: The Dark Ages, South of Midnight,
Nick,
and what was the other one?
State of Decay 3. Where's that?
The 33, whatever.
Oh yeah.
I think State of Decay
Claire
3
Obscure.
is late this year. Nick, regarding Resident Evil, if it's a Resident Evil game, it's not going to be 9. It's going to be the 0 remake that has been.
Or that it could be one of the remakes.
Long
I mean,
Well, if you believe Dust Golem, who changes his
It-
mind all the fucking time.
they talked about it being an entry in a long-running legendary Japanese franchise, which all of that that checks the boxes for Resident Evil and remakes.
I don't think that would count as new entry.
Oh,
Ace Combat?
It could also be a port of Final Fantasy VII remake.
they said
No, that's not
listen,
a new
bitch.
entry.
They said it was they're teasing this. They're teasing this like it's a new game announcement. I don't think they're gonna hit us with a port. I don't think they're talking about a remake of Oblivion. I think it's going to be. I'm not necessarily saying it's Resident Evil, but I think it's more likely to be a Resident Evil entry or something along the lines of Persona. Maybe. I mean, was Persona 5 multi-platform, or is that exclusive to
Persona
PlayStation?
6?
But
There's
is it
talk of
multi-platform?
Persona 6, maybe, I think.
I mean, maybe, but Metaphor came out like 3 months ago. Like,
I mean, that doesn't
I don't
fucking
think
matter.
they-
I mean,
Yeah, but Persona, that's a different team, though. That's the thing. You know, also
Did
the
the-
whole like it's obviously Resident Evil 0. Like if you the Dust Golem order thing on 0 coming before 9 is not something he heard. It's his own speculation. My question for you is, do you actually believe they fully remade 0 after the release of Resident Evil 4 remake and they're already ready to show it and maybe release it this year? That seems fucking crazy.
Well, Resident Evil 4 was 2 years ago. And
Yeah,
also
2 years ago.
It's
And they're saying it's that those people, while the people who've been working on Resident Evil 9 since Village aren't ready to show their game. There's no fucking way. There's no way. Like to remake 0 is like a full. I mean, you can't. It's not even like Resident Evil 4. There's no bones there. You have to make a full ass new game. That takes more than 2 years in the modern era.
Yeah. Well, first off, I highly doubt it's the same team that worked on 4. There's no way.
But the Dust Golem said that they decided to shift focus towards remakes after the success of Resident Evil 4, and that Resident Evil 9 was already in development from the other Resident Evil team.
Yeah. But also, if you think about it, like the obvious goal is to eventually have them do a remake of Resident Evil 5. So
what are you talking about? The goals are just putting out successful games.
The goal is to remake all of them.
Second.
No,
Shut the
this
fuck up
was
for a
your
second,
theory
Brad.
about testing co-op, but you're telling me that they're going to remake 0, Code Veronica, and release Resident Evil 9, and the goal is actually Resident Evil 5 remake. What are you talking about?
I didn't say anything about Code Veronica.
Well, that's part of what Dust Golem said. That's also a confirmed remake.
That's the one I want the most.
IGN. That was cooperated.
Well, I don't know about Code Veronica, but I think it's realistic that you take a game that was designed for single player split character control, make it a co-op experience, and use that as the prototype for a Resident Evil 5 remake.
All I'm saying is those 3 projects, 0, Code Veronica, and Resident Evil 9, are far more interesting than a remake of Resident Evil 5 to me. So for you to say that that's an end goal seems weird, but whatever.
Okay, let me throw out a different idea here.
For the
Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater.
But that's
known.
Yeah, this is
long running franchise.
What is the exact wording here? Can someone find
Hold on, I'll try and find it. But y'all got to talk while I do this.
I thought it's an unannounced game. I thought it's unannounced.
Okay, you're not talking. This is an audio podcast.
I don't think it necessarily has to be unannounced. I just
okay. Well,
visit a hold on. Oh wait. Okay. Okay. Listen. In the tweet, it says visit a surprise location to see another studio's brand new game. Brand new game. That's not where it was talking about the.
So literally that can be anything.
Well,
okay. I'm seeing more that it's just this new Ninja Gaiden game.
Yeah, but that's already been revealed and shown multiple trailers at this point.
Well, they've shown one trailer and that reveal just happened. So like I could see like depending on when they got this information that Ragebound was still like this new thing. Like the way the information might have been communicated or leaked could have been about something. Like I'm saying that could have been written before Ragebound got announced, which was just in December, mid-December. I don't know.
All right, we've speculated enough. I mean, who the fuck knows? It could be anything.
Mind blowing.
Who the fuck knows?
Could it be a brand new game in the Metal Gear Solid series, like Ichi said? Could it be like Konami saying we're doing it, Metal Gear Solid 6, motherfuckers?
Damn.
Kojima who?
Metal Gear Solid 5, but like numeric 5, not Metal Gear Solid V.
I like that theory. I like that theory almost as much as the Switch. Okay. we're gonna, we'll talk about what this actually ends up being. Who the fuck knows? It could be anything at this point. Don't listen to us. Are you
Actually, do listen to us. We're a fucking podcast.
Oh yeah, okay. I take that back. We are a podcast. You should maybe listen to us. We have been doing this for a long time, so I like to think there's some some validity to what we say. But take. Let's wrap this fucking show up. Words have left me.
I mean,
all right, look, it's our first 4-player minute of the year. Don't let me down, Brad.
Oh man, are we already here?
Yeah,
I'm not ready.
look,
You're
it's
always
2025 and we're still doing this. Let's go.
My four-player minute starts now. My hype for the week. How do we do this? My final thought. Did y'all see that new trailer for Castlevania?
Oh, the
Netflix
fucking
Castlevania
Nocturne season 2.
Yeah, Nocturne season 2. It looks so good. Prince Revolution is fully on. It's just crazy.
Man,
it looks so
vampires
good. Cool. How do we live in a world where I'm popping off at a fucking made for Netflix Castlevania show trailer, a spinoff? I don't know, man, but it looks sick, dude. It looks so sick. And the fucking cool lady vampire who fucking died at the end of last season, like they found a way to bring her back because everyone loved her. She was the GOAT. Oh, I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked. Yeah.
They found a way to bring back a vampire, huh?
And like Alucard, it's full on Symphony of the Night Alucard now, right? Which is very different than the Alucard that was in like the original Castlevania series, because different time period, right?
He's gonna have a fucking busted ass Chrysogrim.
Oh man, it looks so good. Symphony of the Night Alucard, it's so sick.
So fucking sick.
I'm stoked. I'm hyped.
He's so pretty. I just want to hug him and kiss him.
Yeah. And they do a lot of hugging and kissing on that show, man. There's a lot of.
Should I watch the show?
Hugging and kissing.
A lot of smooching.
You ever watched any of the Castlevania stuff?
No,
Nick?
I have not watched a single frame.
It's a really fucking good show. It is violent, gory as fuck. It's right up your alley.
Would Nick like that? Do you watch animated stuff, Nick?
Dude, but it's very.
I did watch and enjoy Edge Runners a lot.
Oh well, that was art. I mean,
yeah,
exactly. Are you saying this is not art? The Castlevania is not art.
It is. But it's also.
It's a different kind of vibe.
Like the dialogue. Yeah, you'd love it, Nick. I think you'd be into it.
Okay, I appreciate that coming from Crispy more than Chris Davis going. It's bloody and gory. Nick will love it. Like I don't know what you think I watch.
Yeah, a lot of stuff these days, like the dialogue is trying to be like kind of realistic, like how people actually talk to each other, right? Castlevania is not like that. It's very like kind of fancy and
it's
like
a very like
poetic
modern,
and
naturalistic kind of dialogue. They also do like kind of quippy shit, but
listen,
it's
bitches,
not suffocating.
Chris Davis, Dexter, not that violent. I mean, it's dark material, but like violent, like on-screen violence, not a ton. Just saying.
Okay, let me pitch it another way. Okay,
I'm sold. You don't even have to. As a Buffy,
you
said Buffy.
Fan. Okay. You know how
you have my attention.
In Buffy they really tried to every now and then go logical and explain a lot of things, like Well, there's a really good explanation as to the physics of vampires in this that kind of. It's fucking awesome.
Okay. That was kind of a roundabout way of getting me on board, I suppose. That is not exactly what I think of when I think of Buffy, like trying to explain everything, because I don't really think it does that. But
like, basically every other episode of Buffy was them spending half the time in the library researching stuff.
Well, yeah. Okay. All you had to say was good vampire lore.
What are we talking about?
Good vampire lore is great, dude.
It's good vampire lore.
Did y'all see fucking Nosferatu yet?
Fight scene are sick.
No. Are we started talking about Castlevania?
We're talking about vampires now, Brad. Get on the fucking.
Nosferatu was sick. I loved it.
Nosferatu had good fight scenes.
No.
Yeah,
floating swords in Nosferatu.
It had great fight scenes.
You like floating swords slicing up dudes.
When Nicholas Hoult goes to kill the vampire and he's like attacks him and stands up out of his coffin and is like fucking undead wieners hanging there.
With his huge
And Nicholas
mustache.
Holt- Yeah, Nicholas Holt's just like fucking terrified of his penis and runs away. Great stuff.
I'm seeing more people saying Ninja Gaiden for this.
How much vampire-
I hate they bring y'all down.
How much vampire penis would you say is in Castlevania? So, I'm sorry.
Not enough.
There's a lot of like fucking
be
doing
certain.
it though. Like fucking Alucard was like banging a dude and a chick at the same time in like season 2 of the first show, season 3.
All right, so
Laying
that's all
pipe.
you
Just
had to say.
fucking-
I'm on board.
Just fucking pounding it out, you know?
All right.
Fucking
Thank you, Brad, for that. Chris Davis, what's your final thought for the week?
My final thought is gaming fucking fatigue right now.
Gaming fatigue.
I haven't revealed this to the world yet, but I've been playing Balatro. And
Oh no.
that game is fucking, it's dangerous. It is
You
fucking
have revealed this to the world
dangerous.
already because
did?
said that exact word somewhere recently where you said this game is dangerous, and I'm pretty sure you were talking about Balatro. So this is not
Okay. Well, I haven't revealed on the fucking podcast, Nick. How
Okay.
about that? Balatro
Look, Balatro's good, but it's like
it's good. It's really fucking good is the problem. It's too
no
fucking good.
Slinger. Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
What the fuck ever, Brad?
Here's the
What fuck
problem.
ever?
With
I put
Balatro.
25 hours into this game in less than 2
Okay,
weeks.
that's fucking rookie numbers. What are you talking about?
I know.
Hey, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Because I play Balatro at work, like on my fucking lunch break or whatever, or just
nice save, Brad.
And well, I mean, when I'm taking a shit, but I mean that's besides the point. You know, no one's watching me take a shit. But like when I'm on lunch break and I'm playing a little Balatro as I eat my fucking cup noodles or whatever the fuck. Like
On the show.
I work. I mean, look. I don't want people thinking that I'm like playing online poker, and that's what Balatro looks like. And I am not comfortable with people thinking that because they're just going to think I have like a gambling problem, and that's not good. It's not good for my job, at least. So I'm kind of self-conscious about. I'm hiding Balatro.
This is a random
because it looks
thought,
like online
but
poker.
I'm sitting here wondering if Brad has that somehow hooked up to Discord, so that like when he starts playing a game, like it tells you like Brad's playing Balatro, and now if I see that, I'm gonna be like, is Brad taking a shit right now? Like it's like all
I don't have it connected to Discord.
Track how regular he is.
But
through Balatro
but I do
notifications.
play.
Wow, Brad, 3 shits in one day. You all right, buddy?
I work in a kind of an office setting, and let me tell you, you take longer shits than you actually need sometimes when you're just trying.
Oh,
to
I'm
get
aware.
out of the chaos. And yeah, man, sometimes you got a really good Balatro or Slay the Spire run going, or Slice and Dice, and you're like, oh shit, they probably think I have issues, but whatever. They're not allowed to talk about them because that would be a HIPAA violation. So fuck them. I'm gonna play another round of Balatro.
Dude, hell yeah.
Anything else you want to add, Chris Davis, aside from your?
I mean, part of my fatigue also is that I've been playing Lost Stalker. I'm 41 hours into it.
Oh, we're like almost
And-
at the same level here. Look at this.
Is that
I'm
game
about.
any good? Because they are like, why aren't y'all finished?
What?
I mean,
I haven't had a
okay,
ton of
so-
time.
Chris Davis, you finish games super quick, and you're like dragging.
I
your
do.
feet. What's going on?
When I don't
He's
have a
playing
lot of stuff
Balatro.
going on in my life, sure.
Well, it's not
but-
dimming your room, so you're not spending time doing that. What are you working on?
No, but I've had some emergency family stuff recently that I've had.
Oh,
to
that's
take
true.
care
That's
of.
true. I did see
That
that.
is
Seemed pretty
true.
crazy. That seemed pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
But like,
That's what Balatro on the goes for, man.
I mean, I've just been playing on Steam. I don't want to risk it installing it on my phone. I don't know what I'll do with myself. But with Stalker 2,
This is the only way to play.
My thing about Stalker 2 right now is that, so I feel like I was just starting like Act 2, where I was, where the shit was starting to hit the fan, and the plot was starting to develop. I was finally starting to get an understanding of like, what is this game about? What is the story going to go for, right? And so I'm following the main quest line, and I'm doing side quests that pop up every now and then, which are considerably infrequent for a Stalker game, it feels like. And I get to a point where I'm on the cusp of a new area, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm 40 hours in. Let me get an idea of like where I'm at in the game. Like, surely I'm close to Act 3, right?
I don't even know how
I've
you're
still got-
gauging acts in this game.
I just narrative beats.
I haven't
Narrative beats where I'm going. Yeah.
This game has narrative beats? I don't feel like it has.
It does. It fucking does. And so I look it up on Wikipedia, and I'm like, oh, shit. I'm at the end game. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's not fucking possible.
It feels like the story just got started going, and, like, you're telling me that I'm at the end game? Like, that frustrated me. And
You must be mainlining
You
it,
hate
dude.
Stalker 2?
I don't hate Stalker 2. I kind of feel myself wanting more stuff to do. Like all like the natural like environmental surprises and stuff like that they've built in, all the exploration of the environment, the hidden like the hidden little caves and the sewer system and all those different underground places that are really interesting to go explore to me. It's all well and cool. But there's not a lot of side quests, really. And I feel like there's a certain like power limiting curve for the player, and I feel like I hit that too early.
What part of the map are you in?
I mean, I've gone everywhere on the map.
Okay, see, I'm 42 hours into this game, and I'm in the swamps, if that tells you anything.
Okay.
But, like, there is, like, there is more than half the map I haven't even touched yet. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. What are you doing,
They
Brad?
got they got 1,000 times resist cards. Look at this shit. Look at that. Look at my Jack of Clubs is the defect from Slay the Spire. It's the coolest shit. I love these crossovers. Look at that. It's fucking blue.
All right.
It's fucking the Watcher.
Okay, guys.
Anyway,
let's get back on track.
Like, I like Stalker 2. I kind of want to just stop right now and wait till that expansion comes out before I play through it more, because
that's interesting.
I really like the game and I don't want it to end, but more importantly, I don't want it to end on a narratively kind of disappointing note.
Okay. Interesting. Maybe we'll revisit Stalker when we get back to doing regular shows more frequently, because by that time I should be like 60 or 70 plus hours into it, and I'll have more to say about it as well. Crispy, final thought for the week?
Well, it's January 14th, which means we are like 5-6 weeks away from Monster Hunter Wilds,
something like that.
Ooh, that's crazy. That's my actual deadline for playing all video games is Monster Hunter Wilds release date.
Yeah,
and God forbid the Slay the Spire 2 early access drops.
Well, also fucking Like a Dragon comes out a week before. That's fucked up. But I'm not caught up on Like a Dragon, so that doesn't bother me. Oh God, I still have to finish.
You're not caught up. Well, you can still play a pirate. You can still play pirate.
I have to play all of Infinite Wealth. Like,
you got this.
I don't have any money, so
that could be.
That's why you're in our Steam family. Man. We got you. The family takes care of you.
Yeah, I know.
In fact,
I know Infinite Wealth is in the Steam family. Yeah.
Shit, I could play Infinite Wealth. Look at that.
Fucked up, man. I am fucked up because I played like 90 fucking hours of Final Fantasy 14 in the last week. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just I'm just working a job.
Stuff like
I'm just working a job in the MMO because I'm just trying to make money. Because there's like mounts that I want that cost millions of gil, and
This motherfucker, put him out of his misery. You know, Jagger used to tell me that Final Fantasy 14 is not a lifestyle game. This was both. This motherfucker.
Spoken like a true addict.
Dude, I'm like doing hunt trains and working on my fucking island and just hustling and wrestling for every fucking gil I can get my hands on. It sucks. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 comes out on the 4th.
Yeah, we never got to that trailer, but like a preview embargo lifted. That's very positive. And now I'm kind of sad that I counterpicked it, but it's looking.
We're all sad that we counterpicked at least one of our.
I mean,
but my
it's
game's
not,
actually coming
you know,
out.
we'll see, right? Like the people are probably definitely gonna love it. Will the press love it? Will the press cut it slack? I don't know. We'll see.
And also, like,
It could
y'all
be.
have no issue with counterpicking my shit. Y'all have issues counterpicking
Carlos will.
each other's shit.
Oh,
Carlos will.
okay. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I counterpicked one of your games, and it was by far like the biggest boomer bust fucking counterpick on that list.
Yeah,
Because if
but
Grand
Best
Theft
is
Auto 6
still-
comes out, I'm a dead man. Like,
yeah, you're good. You're
you
good.
know what I mean? Like, come on. But I feel it. You know, I don't know. Like, I want to believe with my heart of heart and my brain of brains that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 will be a huge early windfall for Levi's men's Sherpa line 2 pocket hooded jacket in olive green. But we'll see.
God, I was re-listening to the draft from last week, and we got to that part, and I was just like hearing the wind come out of it, like taken out of everybody's sails when they realized what the fuck you were talking about. And we're just like, oh shit. It was actually pretty spectacular.
I am displeased.
Good stuff. Very good stuff. All right. My final thought for the week is that I feel like I haven't every like second of gaming time I've had recently, which is not, I feel like has not been a ton, I've been devoting to Stalker 2. And I'm still enjoying it. I want to get
What's
farther.
taking you so long, Nick?
I'll tell you. That's what I'm
getting.
getting to. That's what I'm getting to. And I feel like I'm just setting myself up for embarrassment here. But when there is a new season of Dexter airing,
That's true.
the rest of my world
Your brain cells.
kind of slows down. Like I don't. Like that's what my world kind of revolves around. So there's 4 episodes left in this season. So at least 4 more weeks of that, and then they just started filming the next season, which is airing in June.
So much. What is going on?
It is a lot.
The DCU, man.
It is the DCU a little bit now. But I'm here for it, man. It's an exciting time for me to be alive. So
has the Dexter cinematic universe had its like solo moment, like how he got his name Dexter because his like his father like fucking
was watching Dexter's
was banging him while
Laboratory.
watching Dexter's Laboratory.
No. That definitely has not happened. Definitely has not happened yet. But I've been enjoying it so far a lot, and I'm just basking in it. And yeah, so I just I watch all the new episodes like multiple times. So
I finally watched the Chimp Show.
The what show?
The Chimp Show from the Tiger King dude. That shit was pretty wild.
There's a Chimp Show from the Tiger King dude.
Yeah, Chimp Love, I think it's called.
What the
from
fuck?
the Tiger King dude? But it's crazy because the Tiger King like producer guy became too well known, so he had to have like a fake producer, like director or whatever, like filming this documentary, and because he has to hide himself. So this crazy chimp lady doesn't know that she's getting Tiger Kinged. She's crazy, by the way. Yeah, rip Tonka.
What is it called?
Tonka died. I thought Tonka was still alive. Chimp Love or something. I don't know.
That sounds bad.
It's out there, man. And they do like a full episode on like the face rip off like Chimp. Like it's if all.
Okay, I was about to say,
Chimp,
wait, they do something with the chimp eating the person's face? What?
Well, they do an episode on that to kind of like show like, yeah, chimps are fucking dangerous or whatever, right? And that they play that call. I'm sure you've heard the 911 call.
Dude,
it's like
there's
but like they set up that whole story. It's crazy, dude. This is some crazy, like she's just out of her fucking mind.
I heard that 911 call multiple times before I realized what it was, because there's a metal song that I listened to that's instrumental, and it's that 911 call is playing in the background of it. And I was like, "What am I listening? Like, what is this?" I've been listening. I love this song, and then I looked at it. And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Okay, calm down, fucking Eddie, man. That's like the fucking bear, the fucking the fucking audio from Grizzly Man, where Werner Herzog like listens to the
And
audio
he's like, you
of
should
like the bear
destroy
killing
this.
the dude and his girlfriend, and he's like, you should destroy this. No one should ever listen to this. You need to destroy this. They don't actually play it in the documentary.
You watch
He
him
listens
listen
to
to
it in the
it. Yeah.
documentary, and they're like, you need to destroy this, is what he said. And I feel the same way about that 911 chimp call.
Awful.
They're like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
awful.
it is bad. It is bad.
That woman, by the way, it was her friend that gets
I know.
her face ripped off by the chimp. She later just buys another chimp. She swears off chimps, and then she's like, well, I need chimps in my life. Imagine being the friend who had your face ripped off, and then all of a sudden that same friend is getting another chimp. Nah, man. That's so fucked up. It's so fucked up.
We are really going on. Is it time to wrap up the show?
The problem is baby chimps are awesome, right? Everyone agrees a baby chimp, everyone wants one in their life. They just don't stay babies very long. And it's not like, oh, the dog is big now.
And
it's like, oh, this thing could kill.
This thing is now
just
very
like
dangerous.
Sneeze and rip a person's, limbs off. And they have stuff on that show where like chimps get a little too. It's a wild show though. It's not about how dangerous chimps are. It's about this woman who thinks she's smarter than PETA and that it's okay for a chimp to live in her basement in a cage. And
that sounds terrible.
The documentary's like, oh, what are we like supposed to do? Because this ain't cool, right? Like you see the conversations of the documentarians going like, I think we have to like say something. And they're like, nah, we're just going to like let it ride. And then like they get footage of her or audio of her saying like, the chimp's got health problems. We need to put him down. They're like, what are you doing? We gotta fucking say something now. This is crazy. Oh man, it's a disaster.
This took a dark turn.
Oh yeah, it's a very dark show. I mean, just like Tiger King was, honestly. It's fucking it's horrible.
Well, on that chipper note, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night here. So first of all, thank you everybody who tuned in to hang out and talk shop with us about video games on Twitch and YouTube and all that. Of course, if you're not in our Discord, we'd love to have you. Discord.gg/4Player. You can hang out there, follow along with our Fantasy Critic, talk about video games. If you do jump in, make sure you stop by the Introductions channel, introduce yourself, tell us what you've been playing. I always love to hear that. Yeah, we'd love to have you in there. We'll be back next week. Like I said earlier in the show, I think we're trying to figure out the details regarding our 2024 award show. We might try and mix things up a bit. But we'll keep y'all posted on that in Discord. So, in the meantime, guys, everybody... Oh, and, fucking hearts out to everybody in Los Angeles. Holy shit.
California.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. It's terrifying. But yeah, if anybody out there is affected or knows anybody that's affected, that's awful. And I feel for you. So,
yep, everyone's okay.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. We know some people in our community that live in the area, and luckily, the ones that I've spoken to have said that they're not near, not super close to where that's happening, but it's still not contained. So, fuck. Everybody be safe. That's all I'm trying to say. Is holy shit, be safe. But anyways, on that note, guys, we'll see you next week. Be good to each other, play video games, and good night.
Bye. So the actual story is that she's hiding this chimp she convinces the courts or whatever, or not. She's saying that the chimp died and they cremated the chimp, and everyone's going, we know you have the chimp in your house and the chimp's not dead. We know he's alive. And this is like a famous chimp, like Alan Cummings, like in the fucking documentary, because he was in a movie with that fucking chimp. And he's like, where the fuck is Tonka? She has the chimp, but she's telling like literally in the courts that the chimp is dead. And then like, they're just like filming her, like interacting with the chimp. Like she doesn't, exactly. She doesn't care that she's being filmed with this chimp that she's telling the courts is dead. And what happens is like, I'm not gonna tell you what happens, but she's like, I'm gonna go to jail for a long time, or we have to kill this chimp. And like the documentary finds out what's happening, and it's just fucking
Dude, that's fucked. I gotta watch this.
fucked up.
You watch trash television. Have you seen that My Husband's Not Gay? It's about
My
like
wife was telling me
Mormon.
about that. I don't watch it.
Yeah, it's like
Malia was
Mormons.
yeah. I've not watched it, but
Ask
that's a good
Malia if
title.
it's worth
It's a
it. I
good
need to know if it's worth
I
it.
think it's
'Cause-
more like straightforward, like Mormon nonsense, and less like the title is very catchy. The title's
Yeah.
catchy, but it's not that interesting. I have been watching, of course, some random season of 90 Day or Before the 90 Days.
Before
The
the
guy who
90
refuses to take off his hat during sex
Dude, the
because he's
episode.
bald.
Yes, that guy.
That
Wait,
guy's so good.
the guy who's like almost 50 something, and like he's dating that like really crazy Colombian girl who
Yes,
like
yes,
keeps
yes.
fucking blowing up on him. And then like
Yeah.
after that one, like they get in a big fight, and then after that, it's like anytime she texts him, he has to like immediately like stop and report like what he's doing, who he's with, and she'll like send him texts with like cop emojis that's like "Papi, report, where is Papi?" And
I like how she's like, "Oh, I must have sex. I'm a very sexual person," but like he can't perform. I don't
dude,
know
that
because
guy
he's like
is the most
he's a
dweebiest dweeb I've ever
it's so
seen.
good. It's so good.
Dude,
She talks so much shit about his ratty cap that like in later seasons he moved on to like fancy fedoras, but like he's still it's so fucking
dude, it's so fucked. Like
so
every
good.
like, oh my god, stick in his car, and she's like, "What's this?" And he's like, "What's that?" And they just have this really awkward silence, and he's just like, "What's what? What's anything?" Like he's just like starts like losing his fucking mind. What is the
She
episode?
sends her nudes to his ex.
Yeah, that's
Man,
dude, that's some psycho shit.
psycho shit.
No,
What's the episode number?
Yeah, he sends her nudes to his ex to be like, "Look what I'm fucking
Yeah.
banging now," and
So you send
Weirdly
like a
doesn't
nice
work out
Instagram
for
pic.
him.
You don't sing the literal nude pictures of your new
yeah,
girlfriend.
that
That's
guy's a
insane.
fucking idiot.
822. Thanks, Slade. Since fucking Chris Davis
Remember,
and Nicholas over here won't fucking answer me.
remember the
Oh
episode?
shit! I was muted. What
where,
what happened?
Nothing.
I asked for the episode number twice.
Oh, 822.
The episode where that white guy tries to break up with his like Venezuelan girlfriend and is like, "I'm no good for you," and like runs away into the woods.
Oh yes.
And then is like, "Get
I
away
know who
from
you.
me." She like goes after him. He's like pushing her away and is like, "Get away from me!" And then like while they're in the park at the woods, like
get
she
robbed.
gets fucking robbed. Like some dudes with machetes run up on her and the
Dude.
producers, rob them, run off into the woods, and then you see cops chase after them. And I'm pretty sure in the extended version you hear gunshots. Like
Yeah. I've seen it.
it's
What in the
kinda
world are we
fucking
talking about?
wild.
It's so funny,
90
crispy,
Day.
and I'm not trying to be mean, but doesn't that guy remind you of Nick like so much?
Dude, that's
What are we talking about?
Garbage.
90
He looks
Day-
like he just kind of
like-
looks like Nick.
90 Day Fiance or Before the 90 Days or
Oh my god.
Yeah, Google 90 Day Fiance guy who runs away.
no girl,
There's only one guy who runs away.
no the girl robbed was Sophie. No. Oh god.
They go swimming in that lake, and he's like wearing fully clothed, wearing like a. He's like so afraid of the water giving him a disease. Oh, I love that guy. Yeah, but he was a psycho. They're all psychos. It's crazy. It's crazy. They have like. You see the energy of like. I'm gonna.
I can
give
only
me a
find
mail order bride so I
therapist
can
breaking it
because I
down.
have because in those countries it's okay to treat women a certain way and
Oh my god, Brad, you're a fucking dick. Why would you say that about your friend Nicholas? I just saw a picture of this guy.
it looks so much like I mean it's
Okay, I'm gonna need you
It's like the worst
post that
alternate
picture.
reality version of Nick.
I'm gonna need you to post this
no.
picture somewhere so I can see it.
oh you got to watch a video of this guy. You can't just look at a picture.
All I
Just a
can
screenshot.
find is like a therapist breaking it down for like 40 minutes. But here, I'll
Oh,
post
no.
that. I'll post that in the chat. And then
I'm sorry, Nick. This guy is kind of goated.
dude, this guy is kind of fucking wild. He tries to do this whole dramatic, like, I'm no good for you, leave me alone, and
Dude,
gets
he's just
upstaged by a fucking machete robbery. Like,
Oh, are you about the guy in the blue polo shirt?
yeah.
Oh my! Wow, thank you, Brad.
Wait! I took a screenshot of
Fuck.
it.
Okay, I kind of see it there.
Nick. It's Nick.
What are we even laughing at? Did you post it somewhere?
This is so Nick.
Put it in the
I don't know
TV
what to
channel.
say. It's crazy.
The movie TV channel. Look at it.
Oh God.
Just imagine her saying like the thumbnail's not ready or something. Or something. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Y'all have a similar like. This could be like your
Shut
long
up! Don't
lost
you
twin, dude.
don't
Your
you fucking say it.
cousin. Your dweeby or cousin.
Yeah, look, Nick. I'm not saying you're like this guy. You're way cooler than him. Probably much less of a psycho. Probably.
Oh, the other thing too was like the reason why he was breaking up with her was because like he's a convicted felon or something.
Yeah,
and
he,
he's
like, burned down
he's,
his
like,
girlfriend's house or something?
confessing- Yeah, he's like
Ex-girlfriend's
committed
house?
arson. Like,
What the fuck?
Just the way he runs to it, he just runs away from a situation, and it's like insane.
That's wild.
and they're like, dude, does he?
Oh no!
Oh my! I'm a bad person. He says.
I want to see. I got to listen to this therapist react. So what's the therapist saying?
All right, gentlemen, I've got to go.
Oh,
And I'm
he's gonna
streaming.
kill us.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm done too. Good night, everybody.
All right, bye. Yeah, it's Nick Henders though. It's Nick,
Henderson. This is him.
This is him. We found him.
We need to have this as a fucking emote. Like just the
This is like a butterfly effect. Like you made a choice in your life that led you down the path you're on, but if you made another choice or whatever,
I could have burned my
turned left
girlfriend's
instead of
house
right,
down.
You could have been this guy.
someone make a tired Nick emote. Okay, good night everybody.
Good night, everybody. Don't forget to pre-order.